Hello everybody and welcome here in the Division 1 Grand Finals. My name is Samu and today I'm joined here by Coffee and Freakz, the finest of, at least in terms of skill level, casting we have here in Heroes Lounge, of course. Welcome guys.
Yes, good evening everyone. Hoping for a very exciting series, and it's a few questions I think we have going into this. Because of the Division 1 format, we haven't seen Vinland Raiders play in over a month now, so I'll be very interested in how much have they been playing together with Banshee Cup and some other competitions going on.
Yeah,
In
definitely.
any
Let's
case,
see as the players are already getting ready for this game number 1. Taking a quick look at the maps, we do have the Vinland Raiders banning out Cursed Hollow and Voskaya Foundry, the Geilen Banger banning out Altrock Pass and Dragonshire, and then Dragonshire was the pick by the Vinland Raiders, so we're gonna have the first pick on the side of the Geilen Banger.
and this is a new map pick for Vinland Raiders so far this series. It's been 2 picks. It's been BRE, which is already banned. We nearly saw BRE anyway, but let's not go too much into that, as Dragonshire map of choice. Freakz, what do you think we'll see from the teams on this map?
Both players play Vikings. I think it's by far the best Vikings map. So that's interesting.
Vikings definitely an option. Now, I guess other question is, are we going to see any role swapping shenanigans from the Geilen Bang like we had in the semi-final? I think offlane, there is, if it's the players we're expecting to play offlane, it's quite contested. We have a lot of Blaze priority by both Hasu and Sven historically. As you mentioned, Vikings could also be coming out on this map.
It's probably gonna be Vinland offlane, so they would have to do role swap to do the Vikings. I think so most of the games they've been playing, they have not had enough people to have everyone on their main, but this time they have Death Knight in to be support and X-ray and tank, and you know Vinland is offlane, and then the 2 DPS can be DPS. I think it's the first time they have people on their normal roles.
Bring out the big guns here for the Grand Final. We do see the Hogger band, first of all, coming out from the side of Geilen Bang. I'm a bit surprised that you say that Dragonshire is the best map for Vikings. How comes it so? I'm a little bit of a Vikings player, but for me it feels like Towers of Doom is the best map. What's different on Dragonshire?
I think it's because when you get the dragon, you can still have Olaf. So it's kind of like you have 5 heroes and the dragon. Because Olaf with the stun is like the real hero. It's almost the real hero.
True. True.
You can also be pretty obnoxious with getting the top points, right? It's 1 Viking, sitting on the point, capping it. If you want to kill their minions, you have to give control of the point no matter what. So that's another thing going for Vikings. We're going to see Brightwing as the second ban here. Now, when I think Brightwing bans on Dragonshire, I'm normally expecting more vulnerable or perhaps more carry offlaner for the team banning Brightwing, preventing the other ones from going and ganking and killing them. So maybe something like Sonya could be coming out, but it seems like a very...
I think all these are target bans, because Brightwing and Hogger is the most played by Vinland Raiders. And they basically play Viking, they play Brightwing every game for support, insta-lock.
Oh, we'll have to see something new this time, I suppose. My F-ban definitely also targeted towards Ultralisk, very good on the hero, of course. And here's that Blaze locked in for, as you said, Meneldo, going to be offlaning for the Germans this time.
It's the Germans in the bunker. Kind of fitting there.
I'm sure they'll be memeing about that.
Oh, there'll be Germans in the bunker. I mean, on Dragonshire, we might see the Panzer General as well coming out for Hasu and Fens, so there could be a full military team in theory, I suppose, but Genji and Johanna will be taken by Raiders. Genji, when we see Blaze as the offlaner, it's going to be difficult for them to kill, but still has nice control of the top side of the map for our blue team.
Nano for some reason likes Genji a lot suddenly. I think he's insanely good on the mages. He's also pretty good on Genji, but he's been taking Genji every time he can lately, I think.
I
and they take Diablo to punish.
Yeah. can definitely get some nice stun CC chains. They already have the Blaze as well for the follow-up. Now, I know you like melees, Freakz, so I won't ask you what you think is best on this map, but between having a rotating 3-man going between lanes and playing heavily for bottom, which I guess are more standard ways of doing Dragon Shot, which do you prefer to see get played?
Definitely rotation, because if you just ban bottom lane, right, you might get the fort, but then if you walk to keep, you're getting punished because you're too far away from home that the enemies can come from every side. So I think if you play just down a lane, you only win very early, and then you can't do anything.
In the meantime, we did see a Greyman ban coming out from the Vinland Raiders. Very big for those camps on Dragonshire. As we do see an Endo ban denying that Genji light bomb from the side of the Vinland Raiders.
And it would be a big problem actually if they were to play 4-man and go, because it's already very aggressive running at your style from the Germans. Vega, melee support. Diablo very good at getting the engages. I do like this Greymane ban to try and prevent being jumped on, but we're going to see double Shimada anyway. And here's something that we definitely weren't expecting, I'd say. Decade Kane, it's going to be a no cleanse support against all these melees.
Scary against Diablo, but as long as no one hugs a wall.
True. But then again, Deckard, he has those big AoE CC chains, so maybe with the root and the circle, might be good into Blaze and Diablo.
They've shown both damage. It could be the Panzer General, but I didn't know anyone played Gul'dan these days, but it's going to be Medivh to go with that Diablo as well as Gul'dan. I think they saw no cleanse support of the enemy team and are trying to punish it as hard as possible. I do like this rotation actually from that Geilen banger.
Yeah, the Medivh for Hazel coming out, sorry.
I would expect it would be Ultralisk Medivh, but maybe they're doing it like this.
Yeah, I guess it just comes down to who's the better Gul'dan.
Maybe that's what it is.
Plays more Gul'dan, and Yuel as the last pick. I'm a little interested in holding the offlane for the last pick, picking a quite vulnerable support like Decades earlier on, only to take a safe UL later on. What do you think of the comp snap we receive him in full though?
We do have a Medivh comp.
Banger has better comp.
Yeah, I generally love Medivh comp. Seeing that coming in here from the Geilen banger, it's gonna be really interesting. The only thing I guess it comes down to my lack of knowledge, and this is the Gul'dan in this draft is a bit interesting for me, as I'm not sure how well that fits in with Medivh and the entire game you play. But then again, I guess it fixes your wave clashes you have in the in the rotation.
Yeah, usually you want someone aggressive with Medivh, some hyper carry auto attack, so you can play like a clown and Medivh will make sure it's okay.
Let's see if they do.
Kinda on the edge of being able to play like that.
Yeah, let's see if they do, as we're going into this game number 1 on Dragonshire.
And on the blue team, Vinland Raiders, it's going to be Nano playing Genji, Hunterok playing Deca Kane, Krankle Johanna, Sven Izuel, and Gaflo will be playing Hanzo.
Battle commencing in 10
Am I doing the other side?
Do you want to?
So, on the Geilen banger, we have Menelder on Blaze, we have X-Ray on Rhaegar, Death Knight on Diablo, Hasu is the Medivh, and Ultralisk on Gul'dan.
And yeah, you were definitely saying that it could be very aggro hyper carry sort of pick to go Medivh, so it can go crazy, but when you give Gul'dan mobility to jump on you with the Holofy, it could also be quite effective, I suppose, is the reasoning. And also he said the wave clear will not be a problem with this. Now Menelder's playing high up to the top side. UL going to interrupt the charge there from Menelder. Early fire actually going over to the Raiders.
Deckard is hitting everyone. Looks like it will be a good game for Deckard. If he keeps hitting like that.
It's going for the Sapphire. Now Krankle going to have to use the Iron Skin earliest. Here is the play now into Death Knight. Soul Shield's going to give some spam, of course, gets better with time. And already Ultra's doing quite a lot of damage. It's going to be Hunterok and Gaflo taken low as well. Going to be stacking up the Echo Corruption reasonably quickly. 5 stacks in 1 minute is not too bad. First camp is going to be topside for the Geilen banger, while Vinland Raiders are going to start on their siege camp.
Usually I like the top camp and then the easy camp and then bot camp. But the thing is, if the enemies go straight to bot camp, they're first. Right? So it's a bit of a rock, paper, scissors sometimes with strategy.
So gonna secure the capture on the hard camp, as he said. Now Ultra's moving down towards the bottom. The question is going to be, does anyone want to play with their booster camps? The answer appears to be no at the moment, as now Ultra's moving their bottom. Points are in favor of the Germans at the moment. Krankel getting the clear middle, guarding against the capture.
Oh, we have a player on Hanzo. Good
What
try.
can he do? He's the long jump world champion, is our archer. Boots onto 2 doesn't really matter. By the way, it's the Sapphire from Huntalk. Not going to be field study or something to really get the spell power going against all the melees. It's now, it's going to be priority still for Germans at the moment. Ultra's just clearing middle. Open fight going on. Standard's taking a lot of damage here. Needs to be careful, but he gets the potion over the wall. He's going to be okay for the time being. Protection onto X-Rays. Krankel might be a target now. But do they have the damage to kill him? The answer appears to be yes, because Death Knight going to flip, and that's the first blood over to the Germans. X-Ray got to be saved last second, but Nana not able to finish that one off. They're still trying to go for it with Shimada. Can they win the game? Ultra's throw so much healing with the minions. Consume soul. Very balanced spell, I promise, as it's going to be first blood over to the Germans.
It looks like it's very hard for the Vinland Raiders to play against this Diablo. Because most of their heroes, if they hit a wall, then if they're at a wall, they're in trouble. So they're like, all of them are scared to step up.
And I don't know how that start hits, but it's going to be protection from Nano. Has the potion ready for him, though. Hunter setting that one up before the recall.
It's a very nice portal.
And now they're going to be awarded with time on the map. Going to be grabbing bottom point, threatening to get DK, but I don't think anyone's going to actually try for it, as Ronaldo's getting quite a big health lead in the top lane here. Sven, does he have the healing fountain? Hang on, there's killing on the bottom side. Hunter, this Deckard, he's on the wrong side of town. I think he's got a bit senile. Can he get out? Purge is used to prevent it. Now the portal to follow. Here's the Birds of Prey, the Ravens. They're Birds of Prey in these days of Medivh, as that's another kill for that Geilen banger. Now, Death Knight's going very deep. We have Medivh, so we can follow this, but Hanzo once again jumping to safety. It's still a nice cooldown to get from them. Bruiser Camp, quite effective so far. They've gotten this bottom ward. And next mini waves here soon. Gafler's going to have to Rico get some help, but Hunter on the way to get potions. I mean, he can stay all he wants, but the wave clear from the Hanzo, it's not great. Genji's not much help either, so 4 already taken down to half. Now, Hanzo needs to get out of there, taking a bit of aggro. Ultra's in trouble as well. So now here's the gang squad, here's the police. They're trying to get on top of go down. Protection going to be used, but Sven not even needing to use the hammer on him. He's going to get the kill on Ultras. Now will he be able to survive though, as there's the overpower from Death Knight, but able to survive. In the meantime, Ronaldo getting top lane points, top lane XP, but it is a nice counterplay at least from the Raiders.
Yeah, they had to go back a bit before. From the Geilen banger too greedy. They have a portal to get out. But some people got stuck with the Johanna. Johanna is like, oh, my guy's coming, I'll keep them here, and then they weren't able to run away in time.
We are seeing a lot of healing reduction actually, as there might be a play on X-Ray here. Vega quite slow, not able to land the condemn though, but doesn't matter I think. But no, protection will not be enough. Gaffer getting that kill for him. Level 10 just around the corner for both teams. Not going to see any media plays. Now Krankel going to go middle, but Hazobs will he get the interrupts? The answer is yes. Has the Arcane Rift available. Meneldo with top camp to keep them in. But without any support, so it's a bit dangerous to step anywhere. Now they want Ultras, keys the extra sleep, not gonna hit on Gordano, he just walks around from it. Now Gaffer getting it anyway with Scatter. Can they go for more here? Leyline not gonna do much. Death Knight just having to walk out.
It was a good try by Ultralisk. He couldn't go to the base because there was Deck on sleep. So he had to try that fancy play. I would have never seen it.
Nearly making it work. Qualify was held though, so might be able to look for another windows. Now Gaffer ganking on top lane. Bunker's been used with Sven. He's ready for this one, looks like. Just happy to get the DK though and backing on out. Now here's Crankle trying to do something. I'm not really sure what it is here, but it's slowing the Huzzle-ups down. Quite a few interrupts on the Raven here. Death Knight now coming up to try and assist. Protection on him. They don't have any damage, so I don't think there's any kills here for a Geilen banger. Death Knight, he's not going to get the portal of a hammer from Sven, so good. And that's another kill for Raiders. Meanwhile, DK's pushing middle, and that's the soul's gone from Diablo. It's going to be the first thought over to Raiders. Needing to regroup, I think, a little bit at the moment. Red team here getting caught out a little bit while other members were dead. And with mid-forward gone, Genji will be a bit of a nuisance. We're going to need to see the 4-man rotations taking the portals together.
Johanna's looking.
Cranko, he's looking for something. Exo is going to get punted to safety. Hunter will come again as the support for, but which team? Sven now on the top side. He's going to be a jumping, but Mineldo's there to catch him out. Death Knight's going in for the combo. There's no ult on the CRL used in the top lane play. Here's the lane line. Hunter not going to get sleep by Apocalypse in advance from DK to interrupt. Now Ultras, he might be in trouble here. Nano trying to throw all the shurikens possible. Mineldo making space on backline. Here's the Hollow only hitting onto Genji, but that's a pretty good target. Nano, can he survive from this? The answer is no. He switch strikes into his death. The fighting continues, so Exo, that is a massive hammer there from Sven. Is he trying to do effing on his own? Crankle, very low. Mineldo cannot finish it though. DK, can he find a wallstone here? Gafflo, not going to be put down by that one. And Sven stepping up, making sure his dealer gets out to safety. Portal, but guessed incorrectly, unfortunately. A massive fight there by both teams. In the end, though, it's going to be only Genji falling.
Very chaotic fight. And somehow only one dying. Because everyone's so good, they know exactly their limits.
A lot of people getting out on just a little bit of health. And now, once again, we're going for the play, but able to take the portal in time. So, evening up now on the force. XP's been pretty even the entire game. And one other thing to point out is there's a huge amount of healing reduction on the Raiders. We have Emerald level 7 from Decacane. We have Johanna going for Since Exposed, not taking the movement speed. They're really trying to prevent the Gul'dan from setting up. I don't mind this too much actually. On Dragonshy, you're often fighting in minion waves that consume soul. That's 2,000 health for Ultralisk if he can get it off.
Yeah, they denied the Ancestral with it.
Ancestral healing, of course, also very nice. Here we are. It's just a little portal for Ultras to get a wave and get out, no problemo. X-Ray taking the hard camp, already taken by the Raiders, so Sven might be able to get some towers down here, put some pressure on top lane.
The portal makes it so much easier to play. That's especially nice for Diablo and I guess also Gul'dan, anyone with no mobility.
I would think there's a significant advantage at this point. If we go the distance, if we're playing the scaling game, which team comp do you favor in the level 16, level 25 on 5s?
Oh wait, look at Johanna. He's doing for play with the best.
Target going in now for the play. Dragon Arrow hits only on the Rhaegar though. Bunker available. Everyone in the bunker, so no sleeping from Hunter as now definitely trying to body block into the Apocalypse line to do so. The fear splits them apart, but Yrel was not really the one you want to go for. Has the ultimate now, Leyline Seal resetting the fight. Ultra's going to get some spells off. Nano now available. No one dying once again, but Exo, he might be the first protection. Going to buy some time though. Nano really wants to X-Ray on top of him, dodging away. But Rhaegar survives. Now the rest of the team though are 2 splits. They cannot take the portal. It's 2 kills over to the Vinland Raiders.
Yeah, they had to just run away from the Geilen banger. But they didn't want to accept that the enemies made a good play, and they ended up fighting in the enemy base.
It was Crankle starting off with the flanking Johanna. trying to get onto backline. Thought they had a good angle for Germans to try and chase down kills, but Horrify not quite isolating Hunter. He ran up to the top side instead. Another DK will go the way of the blue team. They're also going to get top fort. Bottom is surely gone, so the map is wide open now for them.
It was a crazy flank. I don't know how Krankle got to that position, because Death Knight was scouting for a gank, but he was scouting the wrong bush. Krankle took a weird bush to surprise them.
Good news for the Raiders. Hazrobs did finish for Arcane Rift. He didn't lose the progress on the baseline Medivh quest. Ultrask 36 on Echo Corruption, so gonna have the extra damage from that one soon. But they are now playing. It's a very difficult position on this map when you're down so much vision from your forts. And we were talking about Diablo getting some stuns off in the fights, but we haven't seen it just yet as in the later stages. DK currently 0 stacks on devastating charges. That means he hasn't found a single wall stun just yet. Of course, plenty of time to turn that one around. Full level up for Raiders at the moment, so I think they will just get a pretty comfortable path to level 20 if they so desire.
I think once we see the 20, that's when Diablo comes online. It becomes very hard to play, especially Hanzo. Diablo can just blink on you and do the combo, and there's not much you can do about it. The only thing you can do is be far enough away.
Well, he was right next to Medivh there. Now here we go, Leyline Apocalypse, sleep interrupted, and look at the damage on Gaflo. He's still living though, and actually managed to jump away to safety. Fire's continuing, and once again we're underneath the enemy fort. DK eating some towers, goes into the bunker, trying to buy some space, but Exo is a target. Essential healing will be used, so fear to split everyone apart, but it's a complete chaos at the moment, and I think it's very good for the Raiders. Now going in for more Ultras, he's been split away from the team. Gonna turn on now Krankle and Sven, get that kill. Death Knight's gonna be taken as well, no portal for you. It's another 2 kills going the way of the Raiders. They've taken a huge lead in this game now.
And become the new dragon.
Super good URL play, splitting up the team. So the front line of the Geilen banger was taking all the damage, and the back line they couldn't follow. They were just AFK because URL split the team up.
And I'll be very interested maybe in going back and seeing how Gaffer managed to get out of that one. I thought it was a complete disaster. Gone into the ley line, Apocalypse afterwards, no sleep from Huntuk either. But no, he just walks out with some potions, jumps over the wall. The rest of the team able to turn it around from there.
Probably some people thought he was already dead. There could have been a fear on him surely. But he looked so dead, didn't want to waste.
Now here's level 20. Huntuk, respect the elderly. Gonna give the silence as well. Even if they insta-clear the sleep, it's going to be effective crowd control nonetheless. And with being down level 20, being down over map control should be quite easy for Sven to come up here, grab that top point, and then the Raiders can play for their Dragon. I just need to be careful not to get caught again. Gaflo is still quite far forward in the middle. We might see another leyline attempt from Hasu here.
They're looking for Johanna now. Johanna already used on stuff.
Arrow though to make some space. It's a triple arrow from Gaflo. Now the rest of the team here to try and save the day. Hunter sleep onto the front line. Is now silenced. Cannot get the bunker off. Down goes Meneldor. Now I think it's going to be so good for the blue team. Coming in now, Sven on the flank. Ultras, he's no mana. He needs to dive tap to play the game. I'll just kill him even faster. Going to separate himself. Get back through the portal. Tricky gameplay here from the Germans. And Leyline not used at all. 5 men from Hazu to get the rest of the team to safety.
Very nice Leyline. They would have lost the game without it. They weren't dying.
Well, it might still be bad though, because now he's gotten the bottom points, now going to move middle, grab that DK. No level 20 just yet, no Blaze available at the moment. Trying to make a play already though in the 4v4. This is the one angle I think they have. Sven jumps back in actually, going to need to use Arden Defender. I think that was a little over-eager from them, as now...
I think he just wanted the healing.
I mean, why are they here in the first place, I guess is my question. But Meneldor now respawning a Dragon Knight on the way. Look at the damage the corruption does on Gaflo. Hung for power.
They're looking for Hanzo
Racing
portal.
that burst is now going in his death but he's completely split from the team. Protection to save him. Arrow. Can they get the Diablo? The answer is yes. They are not quite good enough. Gaflo getting that one. Keep is gone. Sleep from Huntalk. Now they're going to be looking for Minoldo again. Split away from the team, so maybe they'll save them. DK nearly gone. Not Diablo, the actual Dragon Knight. As now they're not done yet. Minoldo stood up bunker, burst in space. Dodge away from his main stance possible, but it's not enough. Still going down, and now it's 40 seconds till there's any frontline for the red team.
Red team's core is under attack.
Level 20s are here. Leyline is available. Gonna be 4
And we
from
have Fear to
Husrox.
follow.
Fear on top of it, as he said, Gaflo sent the right way this time for the Raiders. Horrified getting some value now, Ancestral Healing. X-Ray just buying time with this one, 10 seconds until Death Knight respawns. Going in again is Sven, unstoppable use, but the Leyline's already back. The level 16 tell from Medivh, a little bit ridiculous. No fear on it this time, but Sven could still be in trouble. Interrupt on for Holy Steed. Hazu going in, protection advance to tank up the damage. They get the kill on Yrel, and they're not going to give up so easily, the red team here, as they've gotten 2 kills and held on to their core.
Yeah, Hanzo needs to be very careful at this stage of the game. Oh!
X-Ray's going
X-Ray
in,
going in alone. It's the final monster invade, it worked.
Oh, they're not done yet. Leyline seal, but it's only on Crankle who used Iron Skin, so he's okay. Hazobs, he doesn't mind, but I think he's just happy to trade Leyline for any cooldown because of how much cooldown reduction he has on this thing. Even in the PvE, you can see how fast. Already down to 40 seconds. Midfort now going to be taken, so opening up the map in their favor now are the Geilen Banger, and we have a level 20 game on our hands now.
Control the shrine.
And that's what the Geilen Banger has been waiting for. I think their comp is so strong level 20. With the Medivh and Diablo to threaten all the enemy squishies.
Here we go. Waves currently top lane pushing in favor of the red team, mid lane pushing in favor of the red team. So this is going to have to be answered. In the meantime, the Banger will be taking bomb camp, so map control in their favor at the moment. They're pretty strong death pool as well. No one from the side of the Raiders wants to be caught alone, or it's going to be instantly late on seal. I don't care if you're Johanna or Hanzo, you're both going to die all the same.
But it will be quite hard for the Geilen Banger to take top point. Because they only have a Blaze to go up there alone. And Blaze, it can be a trouble for Blaze to escape if there's a full gang squad. But right now he's allowed to go up there.
Everyone showing bottom lane, so it's just going to be trading sides of the map.
The late game in Dragonshire is always very interesting, where you go back and forth, and it's just the first guy to make a mistake loses the game.
So at what point do you decide if you're one of the teams to stop playing this back and forth and try and set a bush trap? I think you really can't if you're the Raiders though, because enemies Medivh, you can't set a bush trap against that hero.
But usually it's the one who hold bot point has the advantage. They can set up the trap. And like, because bot point is better than top point. Because eventually there will be camps in bot that you control.
Here we go. Hazu spotting out Crankle. It's not going to be a Johanna flank this time. The players on the
this
top
is deep.
I don't think we need to lose the game over it. It's now Crankle is separated, but
They have to get him
Death might
out.
be the one suffer. Protection, cooldowns used.
Maybe just baiting. But no one bites.
He's going to need to heal up now. Is definitely it's got a region glow middle, but how much will it do? As once again we see the trade of the map positioning.
Now the Geilen Banger has the better position where they can wait here in the bush and the enemies have to react eventually. The camps are up in like 20 seconds.
Yeah, there's no bruiser camps for a while, so holding on to bottom side, definitely the strong one now. Are we really going to play for the siege camp though to decide this game? UL splits from the team. Scatters from Gaflo are poking out Death Knight here. He has no healing with the Q build. I mean, he's not going to W on anyone, right? So, Vega, I mean, he can press Q slowly. Here we go. They're going for the kill on Death Knight. Soul Shield use. Essential healing there, but look at that. 100% healing reduction is useless. Leyline to interrupt everyone, though. Now, Nano in the backline. Can he survive? The answer's no, the fear, but Dragonite might have just done it, getting his potions, he's going to stay alive, and now Crankle trying to run out of them. X-Ray going to get into the bunker regardless. Death still not in there, separate from the team, but in the bunker he goes. 50 for everyone now. Sven looking for a play here, going to be on to DK. Can he get out? Where's the next protection from Hazarob's going to be taken down? It's for Diablo. Nano, will he survive this one? The answer is yes, he's so good with his Genji knowing the limits. Ronaldo very low as well, as full on retreat for the Germans.
Only Diablo died, but he's on the way back. He took the death for the team, knowing they don't lose the game if he dies.
But it is going to be the map control loss. Crankle getting bottom point. Rest of the team ready to hold on to middle. Ronaldo, he might try and stall the south, but it could be a bit risky.
I think they can give Dragon, because they will have so much threat for Hanzo that it would be difficult to push core.
We do have map pressure now on the side lanes for Vinland Raiders. Top lane, there's a catapult there. Bottom lane, siege camp. Eventually that'll be important, but not for now. Death going to get the top point. He needs to get some souls for Diablo, who's only on.
Yeah, Medivh needs to get him out soon. Here comes the gang squad.
Oh, there's the portal. They're ready for him on the other side, but it's not too important.
Eventually they have to deal with bot lane. The Geilen banger. This is how the map is usually decided. Like, when you get a camp around here, then the enemy can take Dragon. Because you have to send a guy there.
Ultra's just going to get the point in recall though, so Sven moving down to get the point, but out of moves now are Geilen banger. They can't move to top point. They can't move out to get the stall here, so it's very good for...
Very important they put Hanzo into Dragon, because he's the guy that can get a one-shot by Diablo. But still, they can one-shot Genji or Dekard if they find a good angle.
Dekar's been a bit... Genji's been difficult for him. He's gotten out with protection and some clutch healing potions, but now might be looking on X-Ray. Gonna be first ley line used.
All of them can be evoked.
This could be pretty bad actually. Here we go. Apocalypse, it's too early though. The fear anyway. Dekard, will he go down? The answer appears to be yes. That's the one over to the Germans. Now in retreat are the Raiders. Crankle, he might be in trouble. Now Sven on the top side has the ult available, so he's going to be okay for now. I think Nano trying to go back in, make some space. X-Strike not getting good reset, so no, take that back. That's a full reset somehow. Blizzard, please surf.
This is why I don't like these squishy heroes.
Oh, here we go.
Push the
Crankle,
core.
portal on top of him. Now Death Knight can get on top of him afterwards. Leyline to stop the retreat. Johanna gonna be taken out, but we're seeing the play on the sidelines. Then pushing top.
Oh, they're going for core.
Pushing middle, but it's going for core. Nano, he can recall, prevent all of these.
No,
cancels the zone. Now I think
Hanzo is going for a keep, not core. Maybe that's good actually. They take all the keeps and they force the enemies to back.
They are happy to play the long game. They don't need to commit to the end just yet. We've seen both teams know how to play the late game map movements, and with triple keep down, it will be so hard for the red team.
They're going for Hanzo.
Repeat it again. Garflo could be the target. Arcane Rift to get the corner back, but
Hanzo's dead.
Right, Hellgate, can he get it, Swan?
Very good play by Sven to deny it.
Garflo, fear gone. Sven could be in trouble as well. Leyline seal.
Again.
Oh, it's going to be even more kills. Hazard sets up for the team. Apocalypse on top, but not in time. Doesn't really matter though. Huntork's gone. Nano's gone. That's a wipe all of a sudden. Crankle, he's going to respawn it us. What the hell happened?
Nice pull. The ley lines are completely carrying this game.
Now marching down middle. They don't have a mini wave, but it's only Johanna on the enemy team. Trying his best as Crankle. That's Blessed Shield upgrade. X-Ray needs to be careful. DK. What's going on here? Who's body blocks who? Now Hellgate Death Die. He wants to kill here on Johanna, but Crankle quite durable with blind healing, keeping him alive. Recall.
We should just focus on the core.
Hanzo in 15 seconds. They definitely have the damage for this though, and Leyline available for Hazarobs. This looks pretty good for the win here. Crankle, can he buy enough time? The answer is no, because he's in timeout as 50% on the core. Here's the respawns, but it's too little, too late. Geilen banger, win game number 1.
So strong the ley line. Like, they got the Dragon Knight, they got everything they needed, and they couldn't push core because there's a ley line. And you just die before you could get to the core.
Yeah, what a game number 1 here. Geile banger. Looking really rough for them early on in the stages, but then as you mentioned, Coffee hitting level 20, getting those power spikes in, just very, very strong for them, and they slowly manage to take back the game.
I mean, sign me up for 4 more of these. I want to see more Medivh, but I suspect we might be seeing bans on the hero soon.
Yeah.
Definitely a bit of a daylight robbery on that core hold, I think, for the Germans, but we're going to win game 1. They're now going to take the lead in our best of 5 question. Now, Vinland Raiders, we saw this as their map pick. Now I'm going to go for first pick game number 2.
With this choice of a map pick, first pick from the side of the Vinland Raiders, we do now see the choice of a map on the side of the Geilen. So we do have Praxis, Garden, Shrines, Sky, Tomb, and Towers left open.
One thing, I don't know if it's going to be like a major issue. These are all very experienced players. They should know how to play all the maps, but Vinland Raiders have no games on Towers of Doom so far this season here as Lounge, which is very strange. It's one of the more popular maps in general, so I wonder if we'll see that as the choice by Geilen Banger in game number 2 here.
And it is the choice. It is a very special map. So,
I mean, it's the only map in the pool where you cannot directly hit the core.
yeah.
So it's like guaranteed to
and it's
go
also-
to 13.
It's a map where you have forts very late into the game, often. So it gives a lot more safe space for the backline heroes.
So I think it's not only that you have force, but you can also get them back, as well as it's still the.
Yeah.
On other maps, you get passive XP for killing the forts and structure. For killing the forts and keeps. On this map, you still get the instant amount of XP. So this might also be a little bit of a different. That's one of the differences to the other maps.
Is the map you suggested as the better Viking map, Samu? So maybe
Well,
now
it's the one map where I played.
Freakz, your team was often banning this map, if I recall.
Yes.
It's because it's a map where you can't chase the enemy team on their side of the map later because they will always have forts available.
Yes, it's because the enemies are likely to have fort nearby, so there's not long way to safety. So if you're playing melee heavy, you really want to fight far away from the enemy base, so they can't run to safety. You want them to keep running, and they are always AFK because they're running instead of hitting you.
Yeah, when there's Illidans and they can chase you across the map, I hate it.
Yeah.
Now, just quick question on the longer series strategy here, Freakz. After that game of 1, who changes their playstyle? Is it both teams, or is one team likely to stick with a similar team comp unless banned out?
I think this is another map where Diablo Medivh works very well, even better than what we just saw. So it could easily be something to go for again. And we see the ban immediately. They don't want none of it.
Yeah, no surprises
Completely
here.
destroyed Medivh. Time to ban it. And they do have a Maiev player from Vinland Raider. Garflo can also play Maiev. If they wanna not ban the Maiev, they can first pick.
We'll see, but yeah, Hazard, it's been 6 years, and as you see, he's still drawing Medivh bans after showing the prowess on the hero. Definitely very respectable for the longevity this player has had. Not even just on heroes, just for years and years playing Warcraft 3 back in the day as well. Now, Lucio ban going to be from the side of Geilenbanger. Seems that both teams think he might just be first pick worthy.
Yeah, Lucio with his high five is definitely one of those heroes.
I mean, Underdog plays a lot of Lucio.
Yeah.
But they always put him on Brightwing.
Aka ban.
Maybe
Now, they are
Spinner's
setting up
saying he
for
wants
driving
Brightwing.
first pick. Are we going to see double support ban here? Or is Maiev going to be open? Because ban Maiev last time We
I
might
think usually
see,
they don't ban my
first pick.
F or the Geilen banger. We could see it first pick.
Yeah, this I mean, I think it's going to be first picks because we saw Raiders. Well, Dragon Shy at least they were not happy to give Maev over to Ultralisk. This time they've left it open with first pick, so we'll see if that's the
both
game plan.
Hogger and Blazes up, which they usually also value, but they can take one of them that is left up.
I mean, you're not going to see both taken by Geilen Bang seeking first pick Maev. Oh, here we are.
They like
Blaze
Blaze.
is the best hero.
Sven likes his Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze is just generally one of those hard to gank, good wave clear, brings the bunker to team fights, has a big stun. I think that's like all you want from an offlaner.
You see Maiev and Johanna or Diablo. There's also Rhaegar. Something completely different. Muradin, very reliable tank. I think Leoric is a bit scary to take early, but Menel'Dor is very good on Leoric.
We see this
And
a
I
lot.
think,
Everyone in a lot of divisions likes this 1v1 matchup so much. York against the Blaze.
Yeah.
Now, Gabe is already pre-banned as one of the annoying heroes that can poke him out. I suppose other things you can pick Tracer. You can, I mean, if you really want, it's Vikings, and then the York has a miserable time.
That could also be annoying. But
And
first
they
of
like
all,
the
we're gonna
right
see
wing.
the expected right wing and paired up with Junkrat. Very annoying hero with a lot of poke, traps, and the mines. Also disgusting.
Both Gaflo and Nano plays very good Junkrat. So it's quite flexible.
I like this as well. They're not showing anything from these three picks. They can pivot into so many directions. It could be some sort of Valor composition. It could be very one-shot heavy. Maybe it's a Garrosh or
The
some
Ultralisk
other
hammer gets
style.
bent, despite Junkrat and Blaze.
Maybe it's just a read into the Chromie ban by Geilen
Yeah,
Banger.
good call.
So here we are. It's going to need to be the bangers that show their direction of the team come first. You can't hold until last pick for the direction you're going. It's going to be Hanzo and Rhaegar. So we're definitely looking to go quite aggressive once again.
I mean, it could just be an easy my last pick for Ultralisk, no?
Yeah.
Although Brightwing Junkrat, I guess, are annoying.
We
for
can
those.
still see Maya from the other side also. But they probably want something to own Leoric.
Yes.
Something auto attack.
It's going to be Tracer. That seems very hard, though, against what we see so
Yes.
far.
You
I don't
just
see it anyway.
Stitches is good against Hanzo. But other than that, it's not much you can hook here.
I hope they're not picking it for the Stitches passive to ignore Vegaso and be safe, because there's a lot of pressure from Vegaso and then stuns galore and then Entomb as well.
They have
Bangers. They might
Jungle
be taking
Mines.
it for that one.
Kerrigan, the budget may have.
Kerrigan, you can press the kill button and kill Gafflo. Q.
Yeah.
It's the best Kerrigan combo. Everyone tells you EW, but they're forgetting a very important one. Well, probably should press W first. Alright, what do you think here? Game number 2.
I really like the Geilen Bangers draft. It's solid. It didn't get countered. And yeah, the Kerrigan is very good against Tracer. It's good against Stitches, right? You can just jump on Stitches and he doesn't have a threat against you unless he can eat you. So, you know, once that's gone. Most tanks is like you jump into them, you get stunned, then you're in trouble. But Stitches, he only has the Gorge.
It's certainly
like
when I
Kerrigan
think
very
of
freaking-
pieces of execution, there's so many more mistakes that can be made by the Geilen Banger Tomp. But for Vinland to win this, I think they would need the stars to align somewhat. As here we go, game number 2 in the series. Once again on the blue team, it is Vinland Invaders currently trailing in the series. Gafflo is playing Tracer, Sven is Blaze, Crankle bringing out Stitches, Nano will be Junkrat, and Hunterhook is Brightwing.
And on the red side, we have the Geilen Banger. It is Hasuops on Hanzo, very famous. And we have Ultralisk on Kerrigan, also something he's famous for. And we have Deathwing on Rhaegar, Menel'Dor on Leoric, that's also what he's famous for. And X-Ray on Muradin.
Here we are. We have some role swaps once again from the Germans. Going to be moving Death Knight to the heel position. And
I think that's
they are
how
coming
they usually
offside.
play. Last time they switched it up a bit. But both of these players are both tank and healer, X-ray and...
I'm hoping I'm missing something, but I see Q level 1 from my Leorc when enemy is Tracer. So Meneldor, he says he's very comfortable on Leorc. We'll see if that's true, because he could just get poked to death on the lanes. Now starting from below are the Germans. Damage on Stitches is not bad. Can't really escape if they hit him later, so...
Look, we see Tracer constantly bullying Leoric topside.
Here we are, stunned, but gets the Wraithlock off in time, so surviving for now.
We might also see Kerrigan play topside all the time and take the 1v1 versus Tracer, and then Tracer can't bully anymore.
We have a very perplexing map state at the moment, as we're 1 minute. No camp start at the moment for the Raiders. Tracer's still top lane. Nano clearing the bottom lane. Here we go, but it's quite delayed. We might see an invade attempt, but we see Sven making the rotation down to cover off against it.
It's a very interesting match top. Well, it's basically gonna be a 2v2.
Ultras could be the target here. Stun already used by Sven, so I think he can just walk it out. Gaffer taking a lot of damage on the other side. Now Death Knight in the middle of all, trying to get the Brightwing, and that Fruit Fly is pretty useless before Blink here, while keeping herself safe. It's first blood to the Germans.
Oh,
And
H-Ray
shot
lost his
on
jump.
the jump. Can he get killed here though? Gaffer has no bomb available. He's gonna get stunned, and there's the turnaround. Ultras uses Q. It's super effective. Down goes Gaffer. And some more important thing, that was after Kerrigan locked in for level 4, so going to be getting +5 on the Q quest means Ultra's going to be spending a lot less time faffing around, going to get this very important power spike for Kerrigan a little bit sooner than we normally see.
The order will rise shortly, Lucas. Be ready. You must capture them quickly.
Ben's going to grab this top camp here as Scaffler covers away for him. So Menelda's just going to need to eat dirt a little bit as team is trying to get advantages on the map elsewhere. They are half a level lead, which is not bad for this stage again. Crankle, by the way, has taken global level 1 on Stitches. I'll believe it when I see it, but... Oh, that guy's dead.
He tried to scout and then boom, dead.
Claim the altars in my name. The
It's a shame because they had a really good situation with Vinland
Guys,
Raiders
you're playing
because they had Tracer to bully, so Leo could never cap, but now they're missing a guy, so there's no way they're starting the cap.
And they're playing forward topside. Crankle could be the target here. Ultra's landing the combo. X-Ray, stun after it's now phase shift. Back in from Huntalker is in time, but
Body
Crankle
blocks.
is going to get out, so now surviving. X-Ray jump out to safety. Gafflo, no recall. Everyone gets out, but Waves will lost bottom in the meantime. Everyone from the Raiders is playing to a top side to defend this altar here. Now we're up to about 3/4 of a level lead. Now they're in an interesting position, but not going to be stunned up here by Ultralisk.
You have done well, heroes. Let the Gravekeeper know my power.
Once again, we've seen this a few times actually. Gafflo just getting the top lane while Sven moves down to cover against Invade. Exo was face checking it, so maybe it worked. Hook on the jump here, Crankle. He does it again. It's murdered and so much trouble. Down he goes, X-Ray taken out.
He's getting the Murgeon jump every single hook. Very impressive. Maybe he's playing for it.
Pretty well at the moment. I mean, we were very confused about the Stitches pick, but Crankle perhaps some affinity towards it. Now another hook would have connected, but definitely on time for the Purge. And yeah, there's going to be off-lane Tracer, and Meneldor is struggling. Cannot get Q against Tracer, cannot heal. Basically has no level 1 talent at this point in the game. As
He
Ultras
really
is
needs
being summoned to help out. We might see Kerrigan vs Tracer 1v1 side lane. That would be somewhat amusing.
I think that's what should happen. Yeah, they should just be. Kerrigan should be chasing Tracer all the time. Tracer should be chasing Leoric all the time. It's madness.
Also, see, I've got that before, but hang on, Gav. Crankle is locked on with his hooks. Jump out from X-ray, at least. Hazob's taken level 7 spell power for Q Hanzo. I mean, it's a cute. Hang on, Crankle.
Oh, Junkrat.
There's 2 plays going on
Very
here.
good
Naro's going down to
cleanse.
safety. Hazob's maybe in trouble. Sven trying to run him down, as now Crankle following forward with his stitches. Ultrask slowed, but he's okay. Long rotation from Ronaldo. He's also quite low on health. Hang on, how did that one happen? Crankle pulling him into a trap. Now Ultrask, I mean, he's okay. There's no damage on top of it. Tracer rotating down now. Level 10 here first for the Raiders. Can they go before level 10? The answer is no. Both teams now with the heroes going in now. Arrow onto 2. Ultra's can he get the 4 here? The answer is yes, but it doesn't even matter. It's onto the front lines. Everyone's going to be fine. Minoldo taking damage from Gafflo. Now everyone coming out of the bunker to go kill him. First blood in the fight for the blue team. Gorge onto Rhaegar. He can't get out because of the entomb, and now Ultra's trying to turn it, but everyone's quite low on the rest of the team. Nano trying to chase him down. Stunned by Zven. Ultra's the front line, but he doesn't have the health for this. Down he goes. Hook not required by Crankle. It's 2 kills to the Raiders.
Everyone is 0 mana on the Geilen banger. They should have planted better, tapped properly.
And it's gonna be now half a level lead. Oh, he does it again, Crankle. This Junkrat Stitches combo. They're so well coordinated with playing around these steel traps.
They
The third time, I
definitely
think,
have
so far we've seen in this game.
It's definitely much more difficult to play the comp from Vinland Raiders, but they're playing it perfectly.
See if we can keep up. 1 level lead at the moment. Now Sven once again gonna grab the top lane sappers here. Now they're just stuck catching waves. Gafflo already making rotation to, if need be, cover for his offlaner. They've done a great job so far with Tracer, I think, moving to abuse for the ult, because he's gonna get the bad news that more sappers are coming his way.
It's very nice to see. So often you see a Leoric be picked on this map and he just plays the game for free, no one tries to take advantage. This game we are really punishing. Oh, there's an eat in the middle on Kerrigan.
Kerrigan could be in trouble here. Hunter not gonna get the polymorph though. Arrow from Hazob's making spaces. Now here's the hook again onto Hunter. He could be in trouble. So Ultra's going to get the incession hidden to stay alive for the time being. Bunker dropped by Sven. Hazob's very low. Ultra's gonna walk it out. The Ultra's herself though in trouble. No one dying though despite that. Just a lot of cooldowns used.
The Junkrat wasn't there, so there was no follow-up for the Scorch, unfortunately.
This is very aggressive position by Crankle, maybe trying to catch out Ultra's here on a rotation. 4 is quite low already in the bomb side of the map, but objective is top side. Hunter going to stay down here and clear. Ultra's kit as well, so this looks to just be a 1-for-1 trade at the moment.
Not disappoint me. The altar is ours. Fire.
Crankle not finding a hook, level 13, very long range in that one, but Town's lead, they might try and play for this one aggressively. Gonna get the interrupt here. Now Exo could be a target, he's gonna jump out. Ronaldo on the side with the Entomb, but it's not really doing anything to be honest. They're just killing the Leon in the steel trap, couldn't get the Vayfork, he's just dead.
Hunter's in a good position to stall. He can probably stall for a long time up here.
It is.
But he has to be scared of the hooks.
Huntork's gonna get it and now murdered on top of a steel trap, but Musa actually just now replacing the trap that was there, so Exo's gonna be able to jump it out. Now Reptile and Viaro can't do anything. Uznob's saving the team there, I think. But he's on another trap, gonna be okay though. Nano, I think, kind of botched that one by getting rid of the steel trap Crankle's gonna throw the Gorge onto. I think still continuing though. They are all in the top side of the map. Someone tell them that the objectives are gone, there's other lanes they can move to instead. Hook. Not connecting, but Crankle has been a menace so far, and these hooks have been doing so much work for them. At the moment, Minoldo, once again, not really having fun here against Gafflo. Recalls, I think it's the third time he's gone back again.
And again we're taking the top camp on cooldown, really making use of this advantage that Leoric is weak in this lane. And it's funny because you mentioned in the draft that they might have taken Leoric because he's strong against Blaze, but this game is really showing that it's much more complicated than that.
Yes, it's not a 1v1 in the offlane despite what some people tell you. There's a teammate that can play around and assist you. Now, getting Sappers on the bomb side. Now, watch for Hook here. Could be important, but Houseob's not going to be hit by that one. Meneldor's stuck in top lane. He can't rotate to the play. Sven's already here. Stuck getting Sappers is that Skeleton King. But it looks like there's no play. Ultra's being a little sneaky here. But the rest of the Raiders are on the middle, so Kerrigan's flanking Ghosts. Meneldor, he's sowed here on the backside of the Pulse Bomb. Gafflo, can he get the kill here? Going, getting the ult, even using the tomb. So nicely done by the Tracer. Now, Houseob's getting one still on the cap at. They have taken the sport. They are on the wrong side of the map here. Stitches can just hook them out from underneath it. If you've played the pool party Stitches rule, you might be seeing it recreated in Division 1 as now pulling Crankle underneath the character trap 40 to produce some ammo reduction. Now Gorge on Ultras, will he be able to get any damage? Following up on those Ultras, he's going into the Chrysalis, buying time at the moment, but Brightwing is just deleted instantly. Ultras pulling Crankle down here. Meneldor, no tomb, but not needed. So on the Kerrigan, Session going to keep him alive, and no one in the Death Realm. So yeah, that's going to be 2 kills over to the Raiders, the Germans rather.
It was a very interesting situation where they wanted to run away because they had one guy dead, but they were cut off, so they had to actually go under their tower that they just claimed on the enemy side. I think it's the first time I've seen that.
Well, it worked out quite well for them, in all fairness. Now, with big priority on the map, they're going to go for this mid-ult bell tower as well, so going to be 5-1 on the map. It's going to be very difficult for them to get the top side though. Svens, he's quite far forward, and Tomb from Meneldor going to get the bunker out. The rest of the team already here. FBI, we've caught a griefer. That guy's scared. The rest of the team though, at least going to be getting the bottom back. There's a very low mid keep for the Raiders, but it's still there for the time being. Boss going to be taken by the Germans.
It's actually optimal that they have it on 1 HP right now. Because otherwise it would give the enemies opportunity to take it back. Now they will come claim it, so the enemies can't take it back in time for the objective.
Hook on X-Ray, Gorge. Hunter has the polymorph available. There should be a kill on Murden. I think the Dragon Hour. Avatar used early, but no polymorph available. Now here it is, but Junker not going to find the concussion by X-Ray. Going to walk out Hook, nearly finding Death Knight, but not going to. Ultras on the bomb side, +5 for them. It's going to be 10-3 on the shots here. Big advantage on the core health now for the Germans.
Oh, that master. And for what? Your powers will be great. Like all the
They need to be. They need to have Junkrat with Stitches, or it doesn't really lead to anything in these plays. But of course, it's hard because Junkrat also has another job to do with the minions.
Now Thap is coming on the bottom side. Meneldor giving vision on the side. We saw that Stitches are coming, I believe. But going in anyway, as Kanka by the looks of things has some movement speed now from his level 1 talent. No Hook available, 6 seconds to that, so everyone's going to walk it out. The second group of Sap is going to be conceded, but I think we're fine with this position at the moment. Just playing for the late stages. And I guess my question once again is, when we get to level 20, who do we look out to have the advantage in the fights?
I see a Leoric.
Oh, hang on, I see Lorca moving in on them. Stitch is going to be put into the 2. Ultrastone not going to find the stun. Can they get the kill on Cracker anyway? Arrow from Houseobs, it goes wide. Sven on the side, going for the flank. X-Ray going to be hooked once again. Ancestral healing used to keep the door fly for the time being. Ultra still not engaging in the game yet. Galfo, he gets to play onto Murder. Now, how much more can we get here? Gorge on Houseobs. Concussion mine from Nano is so nicely timed. That's going to be a second kill for the Raiders. Hook instantly as soon as Waveform ends. Crankle is securing another kill for his team.
Finally a good fight for Vinland Raiders. And it's actually 18 versus 18 and something's spawning now.
Over fought so low. There's a huge top lane here. Going to get it down to about a third. They might be able to get a 7 cap here actually, the Raiders. Finally, they're going to be rewarded for their actions in the top lane, perhaps. They've got on bottom. They're working on middle. Sven, he's not going to get top lane, though. Members of the Bangers already showing there. But it's going to be...
I think they can still play for it.
See what
they
happens.
Can just keep these build towers, no problem.
Nano's getting middle, Hunter's getting bottom. It's going to be +12 for them. I mean, we might see if they can't move middle to go and take him, or it's just going to be topside taken. Sven now on the way to tank up, I assume. And walk v Saperson, so it's going to be a 7 cap for at least a moment. Now, how good is the defense by the Raiders? They're not currently playing for level 20. Here we go, hook on Exo, but gets behind the keep in time. Cord's taken, it's only going to be 1 shot though from controlling the map.
But they got a lot of shot just from the objective. It's now down to only 5 HP.
And it's a double altar spawn for the next objective phase. So as long as I can hold onto this bottom one, it's a very easy setup for the Raiders to win off the next phase. And it's in 30 seconds as well until we get a little countdown. So we need to see Germans hurry up, need to make a move to get this bottom ult back. Receiving double sap is coming in. It looks very difficult for him to play this one out.
X-Ray took 75 armor. He's tired of being hook gorged. Maybe now he will just take it for the team and be like, we don't have to deal with this anymore. I take it. Take no damage.
I mean, we're not really making much progress here on the keep, as the plan is just going to be walk through middle. This could be disaster for Sven, though. He might be caught out of zone here. The tomb from Meldo is on time. Now they're trying to get the kill with the Huntalk. He's in the silence as well. Nightwing goes to survive, though. Now Gafflo, arrow, he's going to survive. Bullseye not connecting. Everyone living for the time being is now here comes the tires from Nano. He has the reset from that first one. Can't be 2 groups up here. Can the red team? It's now Crankle, another hook from him. Exo going to use the hardened shield. Going in, his Ultra's got top of the Reptile activation, but is he going to get the kill? The answer is no. Going into the Crystals, he's going to be taken down. It's 1-for-1 at the moment because Crankle falls 2. It's going to be Kerrigan traded for Stitches. Remember, they just need to get 1 person onto the top side. It's 2 health remaining on the core. Gafflo can just make a play, keep Death Knight with him, and let the team play the 3v3 perhaps, but damage done onto the Tracer. Now, can Hazu do enough damage on his own to win the game for the team? The answer appears to be not yet, because X-Ray is taking lots of damage.
I think Gafflo should just go up to mid, and someone has to contest.
Oh, Sven, he's gone in, but Stormbolt not connecting from X-Ray either. Gafflo finds big damage there from the Tracer combo on Huzobs, but getting healed up for the time being. Menoldo frontlining at the moment. This looks playable, I think, for the Germans. There's now a vehicle from Gafflo going to expose himself. Here's another tire from the Junkrat. Menoldo gonna put him into the trap. Now, arrow on top of the Junkrat. Can we get the damage here? X-Ray trying to do what they can. They've gone Junkrat. Hardened shield again for X-Ray just to make sure he survives. And that might be it for this teamfight event. Stuck in the bunker, X-Ray blocking the escape from him. Bullseye there from Huzobs. Look at the damage. Hazu doing all the damage for the team, but Gafflo trying to turn it around. The level 1 there, getting the kill on Rhaegar. Respawns are coming in. Here's Kerrigan. Here's Crackle Hook, nearly connecting to get another kill for the team, but Ultralisk now, can he save this? Pull back onto Crankle.
The 75 armor.
No, it's already been used. Not going to have that one as X-Ray, but they've gotten the bottom. Also, another hook from Crankle. Crystal survive from Ultra is going to buy some time. The Arc has the Entomb available in 2 seconds, but Ultra is taking damage first. Going to need to blink away. Crankle, he's trying so hard with the Stitches, but it's going to be captures in favor of the Germans. They're going to hold on 2 core health.
This guy's hitting every hook. Very nice.
It's been such a good pick for them, actually, in this game, and it was complete chaos for a while there after the trade. No one was able to find more decisive plays until the respawns came in, but then it went a little bit crazy. Now, with the map control at the moment, Germans going to try and take this boss off the table. Gafflo the only one in the area, so it's going to be conceded. Next objective phase, I mean, it's gone from bad to worse, I think, though, because now it's a split altars on the top side of the map, even harder to ensure no capture for the Raiders. How do you play this one as a red team?
It's Stitches, and they have to play on their side of the map. At least they got a tower now, top side.
I mean, it's not that important as holding the top bell tower. I think they just want to play from bomb side anyway, but now they're going to work on the
next
fort.
objective is top side.
Sappers could be coming in. Crankle not finding the hook. There's a trap there for Meneldo, so he's going to be okay. Exo trying to jump really far in the arrow. Not going to kill him. The arrow that only hits the Stitches. Gaffler going to use Pulse Bomb, make some space for the team. Now watch the Silence Tomb. He's just going to be taken down. Ultra to the combo, got to get that kill. Riptide trying to do what possible. It hits Meneldo into a trap somehow. But Nano doing what he can with the ult very low. Exo High and Shield just in the front line, full Giga Chad mode. But they've gotten the first kill. Hook from Crankle and the gorge of the jump. No jump available. Ultras, can he save him? No. Death Knight, can he save him? He's trying so hard. The sexual healing got abused. Now another hook, healing reduction. Exo sent into Africa. Look at the plays for displacement. It's so obnoxious. And now they've done the bamboozle. Meneldo's already on the top pole, so they've done it again.
No way.
What is
Are they
going on?
winning? Did they win the game? Not like this.
They have done it. They have distracted, bamboozled, baited on the bottom side of the map and get the captures to turn the game around. It's going to be Geilen banger with an absolute banger of a comeback, leading now 2-0.
X-Ray with to jump in instead of jump out just to distract a little longer.
As long as your core has 1 HP or more, you're not lost the game. Wow. Geilen banger there. Very good job here in this game number 2. Getting another win into the hands, so the next map is already might be the decider for today's Geilen banger with the revenge into the Vinland Raiders. As Geilen banger, they had the title for like the past 10 seasons or something, except for last season where Vinland Raiders beat them in the grand finals.
Undoubtedly the best 2 teams in Division 1 as we've gotten 2 exciting games. Don't let the 2-0 scoreline fool you. These games have been very close, very back and forth. And I cannot stress enough how incredible this late game play has been on both maps now by the bangers. Dragonshire down map control, they're down their keeps, still able to play the late game rotations between top and bottom. And now Towers of Doom, it looks impossible. They went through 2 double altar phases unscathed. The last one, I think, I mean, certainly can any other team have thought of the strategy of bait them into a fight bottom side?
Yeah, maybe that was what they were thinking from the very start when they engaged that fight. Because they knew they would be in a bad position, right? Because they had only 2 HP.
Before the altar spawned, because if they played it 5v5 on that cap, I think it would have been very difficult for them. So instead they act preemptively and go for whatever they can get. And it turns out to be just good enough for them.
And it was super insanely aggressive from X-Ray. He jumped in to stun 2 people and the teammates were nowhere near. And then there was, of course, an arrow. And all this stun time, it just meant that the team could come in time. So it was way too aggressive engaged. But of course, they did it just because they knew they had to fight right now. Or that was their chance in the game.
Yeah,
And
definitely. Like those players, they know when they have to take those fights. Like, definitely one thing you have to look out for in those moments.
It's a very important skill, be able to predict the EV, the expected value from making a play, even if it looks like it's an unideal scenario versus delaying, stalling out, waiting for something else. They knew they couldn't wait any longer. They had to pull the trigger as soon as possible. And they happened to roll heads on that team fight. Now, game 3 is going to be first pick once again for the Raiders. Out of the maps available, we have Brax's Garden, Shrines, Sky Temple, and Tomb. Do you think any map stands out for the Bangs to pick, Freakz?
They have shown clean macro in the late game. Garden Terror and Infernal Shrines, I think, are a good match for this. Because especially Garden Terror, that's also a map like in Dragon, where you often get to a state in the late game where like nothing's happening and you have to make it work yourself to end the game. They take Shrines, and that's also a bit of the same. Like the macro in the late game is very important. Like the team that gets to the shrine first, the game deciding shrine, they can really lock down the area. And it's very hard for the enemies to come in, and while they're trying to get in, the team that locks the area down, they get the skulls, and it forces the enemies to come in eventually.
And we've already seen priority on the setup heroes in the last game. We saw Nano taking Junkrat, and we saw the Bangers getting rid of Chromie. So we know that the teams are ready to play these heroes that take full advantage of being first to the objective. And we will see what's going to happen. Hogger has not been the highest priority. We saw one ban so far in the series, but I think on Shrines, that hero has the potential to be early picked by either team.
Definitely Shrine is one of his best maps in the game right now.
A hot take. I think this is the worst place map. I don't think anyone else thinks this. The reason is because usually the offlaners they have a lot of shrine clear, and Blaze is like one of the worst shrine clear heroes. You don't really one-shot the minions on the shrine. And both these teams are first picking Blaze, so we'll see if they adjust.
He's very good in the fights, though, if you can get that instead. But yes, I compared to something like Hogger or Leoric or Malfail was a pick that you see often on this map, actually going for the aforementioned team fights. Blaze certainly falls down on the priority list.
Ultralisk has played a lot of Meltiel on this map, so that's something we could see
Or
also.
Malfail, you reckon?
Yeah, yes, Ultralisk is usually the Meltiel, and they play triple melee. It is also quite common on this map to play triple melee because you know there's some chokes to get in on the objective, so you don't have space for very many range heroes. If you have too many range heroes, they're gonna have to stack, and then you get punished with some AoE stun. So that's why usually you see melee heavy this map.
And I wonder, so you say it says Malfail, have they, do you know, played the full Malfail parry style with the Ana Uther? Because that's all, for me, that's the most fun comps to watch level 20. You just watch Malfail, he holds down his Q button and outskills everyone.
X-Ray plays a lot of Ana, so that could happen. And you know, I guess that's when you have flex heroes, like both the tank and healer are flexing these two roles, so they should be good at Uther also.
And we saw in the series against you, they're happy to flex more roles as well if required. So definitely, I think if you look at potential hero pool and team compositions, more ways they can approach this for the Germans. As Maiev once again returns to the ban list.
Very good ban this map again because you wanna be melee heavy.
Oh, and the Medivh is gone as well as is the Lucio. And one thing we've seen yesterday in Division 2, a little bit picking up was the Mephisto, especially in the bans. Is that also something we might see in Division 1 here in Shrines? As I feel like this is one of his best maps.
Yeah, we could see Mephisto.
You know, I was scared you're going to say a different hero that we saw yesterday, but I'm happy we're talking about Mephisto instead, as Hammer is actually going to be banned by the bangers. Here's the Hogger priority.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good on this map with the spin to control the area around the shrine and get minions at the same time.
I remember for a long time after Hogger's release, the people considered Tychus to be the answer to him on this map, but to be honest, it doesn't make sense to me, and I hope we don't see hero coming out as Blaze for Minoldo as well as more Vega priority for Geilen Banger.
Yeah, I like Rigger on this map also for the reason that you know you really want to not have many range heroes that has to play in the same choke as the only safe space. And Rigger is a bit more able to step up than usual healers, so you can actually be in the shrine.
If Blaze picked up now, we can also prove Freakz theory correct or wrong if he's here, good or not.
I'm already calling who will win. It's Hogger instead of Blaze.
Johanna Brightwing, the next to pick up from the Vinland Raiders. Brightwing again. Very comfortable pick for Hunter Orc here.
They always take Brightwing when they can, it seems like.
And Kranker will be back on Johanna. He's had his fun for the series, I suppose, playing one game of Stitches. Now back to, well, engage duty.
Now he's on Johanna duty.
Yeah, the Stitches was just, like, when you engage into Stitches, it's getting hard for Stitches. This is exactly what happened towards the end of the last game, no?
I think it was Krangle at Johanna first game also, right? He had some very nice flanks.
Actually.
Oh, that's the top lane. Oh!
It was multiple times. He's always on a flank position. It was very nice to see with the bless shield.
And definitely Johanna, compared to some other tanks, much more reliable on getting value from the flanks. There's no skill shots you can miss, really. It's like you just walk in there, press W, and from there it's free. Now it's going to be Diablo and Chromie as the last band. So we're going to see a different tank. No, actually, never mind. Back to Murden, says X-Ray. And we see Sylvanas this time, locked in by Huzlobs.
Very solid draft. No one can die from the Geilen Bangers team right now.
Yeah, Sylvanas with the trade to turn off structures, very scary to push in with the Punisher, or just sideline sometimes.
I think this is where you have to go a good trade comp from Vinland Raiders, because no one can die from the one shot.
And
Mephisto for the trading.
And we have Mephisto here, but your healer's Brightwing. Are we sure about this? Mephisto, he has to walk into you to play the game, so quite vulnerable to taking damage, and your healer's pretty useless at full heal bottom compared to some other ones you could go for. Now, Ultrask, I hope you pick something very exciting here to punish Maev is banned. There's other melees you can do to really make Mana have a miserable time.
It is the Melchior.
Oh, you called this one out. 4 mana Malfail for Ultralisk. Yeah, last rights on this Mephisto as well. I think Nano needs to be very careful of what he does this game. You can't just go in and face over keyboard.
And yeah, this is when Blaze actually works, because you have another guy to kill the Shrine Minions here, Melchior. It's often the mistake that happens is, you know, you pick a normal draft and then you have Blaze and no one can one-shot the Shrine Minions, so you lose the Shrine Minion fight if both people are on the Shrine. But here they have Melchior to make up for it.
Alright, what do you think, Freakz? Are we going to game number 4, or is this going to be a 3-0?
I see triple melee on one team on Shrines, so I think the Geilen Banger will win. Unfortunately.
Yeah, the
But
Vinland Raiders.
It's not completely over.
Yeah, let's see. The Vinland Raiders definitely have a comp which can work, I feel like. Like, they have a very good tools, but let's see how they play it in this game number 3.
And on the blue team, the team that we need to shop just a little bit more, 1% more. It's been good efforts, but we need to get some map wins on the board. Vinland Raiders, Nano playing Mephisto, Krankle Johanna, Gafflo Genji, Sven is on Holger, and Hunterhawk is Brightwing. Red team, Geilen Banger, very close to closing up the series now. X-Ray is Murden, Meneldor, Belay, Stefanite, Rhaegar, House of Obs is Sylvanas, and Ultras bringing us the 4-man Malfail. And already I'm seeing some interesting talents as Merlin wants to bonk. Gonna be stacking up that Q damage here is X-Ray.
That's crazy. Is he auto-attacking?
He is auto-attacking on Merlin. We'll see how effective it is. As well, decided he didn't want Ultras to be the only 4-man melee carry, I suppose. Up to 3 bonks at the moment, as they've got a good control of the rotation. We're seeing the safe play here from Raiders, but Ultras, he just steps up and he cleaves through these minions. So, huge priority at the moment for Germans. So they're going to start straight off with a bottom camp. I like this, setting up for insta start at 1 minute. And they have Meneldor middle as well, so priority on the 5v5 if that's going to happen. Then the Raiders, they're not even going to try. They just need to catch the midway. They need to start their own camp. Already 4-man melee providing value.
Once again, we see a very good macro from the Geilen Banger. They have been very good at this the whole series.
As now we have a little bit of a contest here. Is going to spin in now is Holger. Not a bad one to be honest. The Ultras could be in trouble, but the stun there from Meneldor buying time. Gaffler nearly falling, but Fascia will keep him alive. X-Ray could be the target instead. Jumping in is Nano, but lightning over, not finding enough hits. They find 1 kill though onto Huzobs. X-Ray just about getting out though, and the invade will be successful actually. Vinland Raiders with first blood.
Very nice to see they finally put Nano on a hero like Mephisto, where he can show how good he is at hitting skills and owning the enemies.
And now Mephisto starts to play the game. We've hit level 4, we've got the Spite, and cooldown galore for Nano. Teams at the moment moving up to take their bruiser camps. This is Div1. We can do everything on time. We're going to be ready to get on the shrine at the 3-minute mark and no messing about here. So just getting the bottom XP in the meantime. Cranko's going to be faster as far as the tanks getting the experience here. Houseop's going for the slightly delayed capture, try and get the camp to clear itself. Now let's see what happens here. It's going to be actually very similar timing here on the collapse, and Meneldor is the first one there to clear. Instead we see Sven wanting to get in position to spin on the points, so they need to play this faster than Venerators or they're going to be losing on the map. Ultra's taking quite a bit of damage here. Going to get out to safety though, as meanwhile Krankel is the target. Ironskin has been used. 10 so far for the Raiders, but now we see the problem. Hunter going to try and get the clear here. Nano moving to assist as well, giving up priority on the point. And looks like we're not going to be level 7 as both teams hitting away at the point, just wanting to get as many minions as possible. No one really has the ability to steal. Holger's found his spin, so Sven set up here. Ultra's not that much mana, that's going to be a problem for them if a fight breaks down out. He's going to have to leave now. He's down to about 100 mana, if not even that. And so it looks like the first shrine should go the way of the Raiders, or so it seems, but here's the contest regardless. Krankel may be in trouble. Holger spin, needs to stop and get the hell out of there, but the chase is there from the bangers. Trying to kill Sven, but he's living for now. Ultras, he has no mana. Krankel though looks to be a target instead. Shadow Dagger will get the kills. Houseops gets that one. 39 on the shrine, trying so desperately, but Nano I think it was getting the last one there for the Raiders. And now they really want to deal Sven. The spin will not be enough as the bite from Death Knight secures that kill.
Very good turnaround from the Geilen banger. I thought they had no chance once Hogger got the good spin and everyone was in good position. But somehow they managed to get in anyways and get the kills.
And it started with number 1, forcing that spin to stop, getting damage from Sven, so he had to cancel, get him out. And from there, Holger, without the spin, not the greatest of heroes, and able to take the fight, but Banger's not able to get the capture, just barely. As now we're playing Kill the Grief and Eldor stuck in middle, trying to clear waves. The police say that's not allowed. 5-man middle, it's the Avengers. And now, who's going to move up? As Krankel receives again good positioning on the tank here, slowing the rotation. Rest of the team just moving to get the invade, moving as 5 ladies at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, there's something in.
Ultraverse needs to be careful. Going to be okay at the moment. Gafflo just clearing some waves. Has no Swift Strike, but Stoner won't connect. Now, it's going to be offlanes moving back to their little sanctuary, away from other people. People are scary, says Medelda after that one.
X-Ray still
XP
looking to...
is very even. X-Rays in the area though, but Gafflo going to prevent that one. Sazor's taking a very long path there to bottom, but going to be okay. All XP is even regardless, so just a little bit of damage on the mid wall. Level 10, who do you favor in the team fights?
Always the Geilen banger. Just because they have
is it just hero? Is it?
No, I mean because they have Meltiel instead of Genji.
Yes, Genji. We're not going to see Dragon Blade. I thought maybe it would be an option here, but going in now, level 10. House Ops might be the target, but Crank will not find the Blessed Shield. X-Ray going into Avatar, Druid's Face not connecting. Spells are used, but everyone survives. Avatar the longest cooldown used though, so maybe it's a good trade for the Raiders.
We see the healing reduction again from Krangle to counter the Ancestral. And I guess also Meltiel healing.
Malfail's going to have good sustain as well. Has gone for last lights as expected to try and kill off Mephisto. Not going to be going for some crazy Torment and Souls playstyle here.
A shrine gathers power
little bit of a game of chicken at the moment on these bruiser camps. Hunterhawk's going to bite first, and then Huzzer once again slightly afterwards. We will see. He's going to be the same playstyle here again from the Banger. Deal with top lane and then move towards the shrine. The answer appears to be yes. It's now X-Ray maybe cause health here on his own, but it's Murden, so I think he'll be just fine. Here's the jump. They're not going to commit onto it, though. They want to defend top lane instead because Sylvanas is here, so the push threat is real.
That's pretty nice.
Deathknight could be in trouble here. As now here we go. Rhaegar trapped in the middle of everyone. Bless Shield used X-Strike as well. Death Knight taken down.
I like that they went top though with the Geilen banger. Because they have some people who are not good in Shrine.
Ultralisk. Oh, he's just dead. We'll see you later, buddy. That's another kill for the Raiders, and now this time will definitely be another objective for them.
Didn't see the police arrive. And we're going top lane again. She
Back
have
up
never
we
left
go.
probably.
Complete Rodent's playstyle here now. They still have the Shaman up from the previous move top lane. Wasn't taken out. So now Gaffer and Hunterhawk on the way, but the damage is being done. Are they gonna get out there in time? We saw this in the first game where it was a bit of a problem. Polymorph from Hunterhawk.
Nope.
Once again, just looking for a little too much. Too many Sylvanas rely on their E. They do this thing, and then for once we see the stun. Don't allow the recast. Down goes Huzzer. It's a very nice play from the Raider support.
Oh,
As now
look, it's
Malfail,
been-
he has no friends, Ultralisk. Malfail, we talk about this when he's in the offlane, he's so vulnerable alone, and it's happening now with our 4-man Malfail. And our bottom fort is gone. Punch is still with a decent amount of health, so we can get the keep pull here as well, I think.
Oh, they're catching them. It's a good place to
don't-
fight if they can catch, but doesn't look
I
like
don't think
they
there's
can.
play here. Malfail only now respawning. And they might be turning on to X-Ray. The CC chain is real. Best Ancestral Healing connects. Arrow from Huzzer, so he might have overstayed his welcome verse now. He's going to get Jones of Hate. Down goes Huzzer. Their mistake from the team captain.
It's because he hit such a good silence, he got excited, but he was alone.
He had
No one else
no
could follow.
friends. Now, Gaffo, he's less this man here going to get the invade, so very good game state at the moment for the Raiders, but not the first time we've said this so far in the series, but they're full level up, they've gone the bottom fort, top lane, their fort is nearly down, so we might have structured disadvantage of the next objective.
X-Ray still bonking. How many stacks?
He's on
42.
42 at the moment. I must confess, I think it's pretty useless at the moment. Maybe he's just thinking enemy team is Genji, Mephisto, Brightwing. The block stacks are useless, right? But still something to keep you alive and able to be in there for a bit. As now Blessed Shield used, but unstoppable from Ultralisk. Now tanking up the forts, and now here comes from Gang Squad. X-Ray coming from above. Can they find a play here with Murden trying to get onto Nano, but the Stormbolt finds Crankle instead. I don't think it's target one. Shockwave not going to connect though. Now Jones Face isn't able to do enough. Crankle looks to be target. Last side's going to extend him. Ultra's getting that one. Now Nano caught on the side though, going to be taken as well, and the Germans strike back. Now Gafflo has spells available, so he's going to be just fine. Rico only just getting off there by Sven, but just is still good enough. And it's going to be 2 kills for the Germans.
And this is how the comp wants to fight. Go in, and also this goes completely free to just hit them and deals a million damage to 3 people at once.
The kill confirm of the hang on as deflects will be used. No arrow from Hasu on that one.
Fancy spin from Sven.
And Mineldo just clearing out bottom at the moment, so he's going to get one more wave. He's just going to recall, not going to chance it with the whole squad being there to kill him again. As once again, Boost Camp's going to be traded. And this time, no structure for the Raiders. Are they going to be at a disadvantage on the objective because of it? The counter argument though is we've reached level 16, Mephisto has lightning reaction, that thing's pretty stupid.
Overall gets to sit up and try.
There's no cooldowns available. X-Ray
Oh, we got
going in with Murder. There's that plus 42 on Jones of Hate onto the backline. Here's the shockwave as well from Zen. So good for the Raiders. They get 2 out of nowhere. And now it's just the melees of a team doing what they can. But melee's about to backline to fight out the strongest. Ultralisk gone. Last sight's going to be deflected. And it's going to be 3 more for Raiders. This is what we wanted. We are seeing blue team fight back. They're looking very good for game 4 at the moment. We might be getting more blood, more games.
It was perfect, Johanna play. He just waited, AFK, hold all the buttons. The moment X-Ray jumps in, he uses Bless Shield on enemy backline. And then Mephisto is ready to follow up right away with the ult. And you jump with the W, they both get 1 shot.
Also worth noting, Sven really far away on that play, but ready to act immediately, gets the max range shockwave on top of the stunned lesser shield targets. So great coordination by the entire team there to set up that AoE CC, get the kills, and get another Punisher. This is their 3rd of the game. Frozen as well this time. Clearing up middle at the moment, but this is going straight onto the keep. And yeah, Mephisto starts to do damage at this point in the game. He has finished the level 1 quest, has the double charges. Hazob's taking about half a cell from a single rotation. X-Ray tanking up as best he can, but Ancestral Healing will be used. Best shield wide as well from Crankle though, as now Wall is done. How much more can we go in? As Holger looks to be a target, his Sven in trouble. Last time's going to be used, and that's going to be the kill onto the Null. And now what can we do here as the Germans? We have the advantage. Gafflo, low Armada, but jumping in his X-Ray onto the Mephisto. We talked about this guy being quite vulnerable, and he will be taken out. Ronaldo looking for more, but cannot find it. 2 kills to the Bangers, and they managed to hold half a keep.
Back and forth, they own each other.
Oh,
Johanna caught. Is that body block? No body block.
Iron Skin, what can you do?
You can body block, that's the only thing.
And with the kills, it's now going to be map control for the Bangers. Going to march down middle and open up the map a bit in their favor. They've been playing, I mean, doesn't really count House of Doom, right, because you can just take them back, but map 1 they were at a structure deficit as well, but now starting to even things up a bit. X-Ray, he might have overstayed here, but it's only Genji damage, it's not the end of the world. And now Ultras could set up bottom as well, so we're not done yet. Getting mid camp as well, pushing every lead they can here. As Nano now is spawning, but he's not in time for potential defense just yet. Ultras is going to go back actually, he's going to grab top lane. And we're going to level 20, so once again, who wins level 20 fights, Freakz?
So this is interesting. On this map, I think usually the first team that gets to the shrine. It's like, it matters so much. Even more than comps usually. So I think it will come down to that. But in general, I think the Geilen Banger has the advantage level 20 with these heroes. Like Muradin is strong, Melchior is strong. But of course the enemy team, they also have Johanna and Mephisto. It's like both teams can win, and it depends how the fight is going. You know, if it's some one-shot fight like we saw last time with the Bless Shield and the stun Mephisto, then that's how Vinland Raiders wins. If it's some rundown fight, chaotic thing, then the Geilen Banger wins.
And what happens here if the teams are trading sides of the map? Who's going to play chicken? The answer is Geilen Banger are going to get the recalls. So
this is exactly where you want to have a fight as the Geilen Banger. With so far away from safety from Vinland Raiders that you can have this one down fight, chaotic one.
They all recalled though. Crankle in any case was watching the flank to make sure no one's coming from a funny angle. So I'm going to once again point out how good Crankle's tanking has been this entire series. As now we're coming on the next objective. Map wide open, and it's really going to come down, like you said, to a bit of execution battle, I think, on who gets the wins here.
And Vinland Raider has the position it seems, but the Geilen Banger has a camp to make up for it. We will see if it will make up for it.
I think at this point of the game you're happy to sacrifice some damage on the sideline by the waves to get these late game objectives onto, I guess it's a wall for both teams, not directly onto a keep, but here we go. Top side are the Germans, bottom side are the Raiders.
looking
Sven
for
maybe caught
something.
out here, but he's gonna spin. X-Ray not gonna rewind. Stormbolt into Unstoppable. Now, still playing from below. Are the Raiders not on the point just yet? So we need to get their Mephisto Globe. I think he has one. So here we go. On the point we go. Spin, spin, spin from Hogger. Are we gonna be able to force him off it? It looks quite good actually. Everyone's quite far back. They're trying to hit X-Ray, but he's able to come up safety. Now Kranko is gonna make the hero play. Ultra gets to the target. Unstoppable's there, but it's not in time to save him. And with the melee gone, X-Ray running for the hills, trying to rewind, trying to get out, but he's not going to leave. Sven and friends are chasing them down. They will not go quietly, will the Raiders? They've gotten 3 kills and they want some more, but it looks like it's going to be a call to back off. Malfail has returned, so it's still a 2-kill lead for them. The Hunter though needs to be careful. They're coming for him, and now Gafflo, he's just going to switch strike out of there. Nano's setting up the point. Ultrask really wants to play for this, it looks like, but can they do this? Sven is defending, so it's going to be a 3v4, but look at the Mephisto damage. Essentially hitting Stone. Ultrask staying alive now. Nano, Jones of Hate's going wide. He's trying to do everything here. Is the 4-man Malfail. Last side's not going to kill the Ironskin. Is there now? The Malfail will be taken out. Now Sven trying to regroup with his team, get more kills. Hazarob's gone. Death Knight, the sole survivor. Already gonna get the capture here. We do need some recalls though maybe, but very good fight for the Raiders again.
Almost made something happen, even though it's a 3v5. But at the end of the day, it's a 3v5, you're not gonna win.
And now means we don't have a team for the recall. Maybe it was hard to defend anyway, and they decided it was better to take the 3v5 than defend against the level 22 Punisher. Blaze deleted. X-Ray rewrites, trying to do what he can here, but it's just Murden and Rhaegar. I don't think any killing will happen. Murden, that's a big health guy, buddy. Shame if it were to get deleted, as Vinland Raiders are not going to get 3-0'd. They are going to bring us to game number 4 in the series.
Well played with the combos to one-shot.
Oh boys, we have a series on our hands all of a sudden.
Yeah, very good job here from the Vinland Raiders with those combos, those Blessed Shield into Mephisto, into Shockwaves, and X-Strike is there to follow up on it as well. Good job there from them. Geilen are not able to withstand that in the long run, although they had some really good moments as well, especially like after level 15 or something it was, where they got one really big team fight in their hands and were able to push it.
Like, there was such a good synergy between Johanna, Mephisto, Hogger from Cranklin and Sven. It's like always Bless Shield, and then the Mephisto ult, and then the Hogger ult, and Mephisto deals 1 million damage while they're stunned, and they're dead.
Excellent coordination, and we'll see if they play a similar style for the rest of the series actually. Are they going to go for these big CC chains now that we've said, hey, it worked for us one time, maybe we can get another 2 wins with a similar strategy? But the map pool is starting to get choked out. Geilen opting for a first pick. We are down to Braxis, Garden, Sky Temple, and Tomb. If you're the Raiders, which map do you choose now, Freakz?
If they want to play a mage style, they should go Tomb. That's a style where you can. That's a map where you can play the same style where you have the mages for Nano, like Mephisto or even Chromie or the other mages. So I think that's what I would pick if I was them, and avoid the maps like Sky Temple where it's very much you have to split, because we have seen they have had trouble every time they needed to split in the late game in the earlier maps. And they do go Tomb.
Right, it's going to be Tomb. And with the maps basically going the way we're expecting, I guess I'll ask you the question I've asked a few other people. We've seen everyone opting for first pick so far in the series after the loss. Do you have a strong preference on first pick versus map pick?
So I usually like map pick, but when it's a big series, then you're gonna get so many maps that anyways you get all your maps, right? Even if you take first pick every time.
That's true.
But there's also something to consider. Sometimes it can be better to have second pick, because then you have the last pick of the draft, and you only have to make 2 picks at the start, so you show less. so you can be more flexible. So it can be a bit preference. But especially if you're contesting the same hero, then first pick becomes a lot stronger. So we have seen both these teams, they like Blaze a lot. So when you have first pick, you force the enemy to ban Blaze, so they lose a ban, or they have to give you Blaze, of course.
It's true. Compared to some of the other divisions and matchups, there's a very similar priority on heroes between the two teams. So that adds more value to having the first pick compared to what sometimes happens in other matchups.
I usually always go second pick, but against the Geilen Banger specifically, I went first pick every time because I wanted both my team and they wanted my F very much.
And now here we go. It's going to be map number 4. It's going to be Tomb. We'll see what the Vinland Raiders can do to try and bring it to game number 5. Are we going to see more bans targeted towards these majors by the side of Geilen? They are now back on first pick. Vinland Raiders having it for games 2 and 3, so that might also cause a change up in the ban priority. We might see Lucio going to be banned off by the Raiders instead, and that throws things a bit differently.
Yeah. Let's see what they prioritize. They will probably ban Medivh again, and then there's a choice: do they want to ban Maiev or Lucio? Ah, they still ban Lucio from this side. They say they don't have a Lucio player. Or that they're just prioritizing something else, they don't want to first pick it.
Yeah. Or at least they don't want to first pick Lucio.
Yeah.
There goes the Maiev as expected. Signature here of Ultralisk, so better get rid of it before he 1v5s you with it.
Maybe it will be Johanna Ben. Our guy Krangle deserves it.
Could be Johanna, could be Johanna first pick maybe.
Yeah.
Junkrat could be another hero they're considering here. Nano with a very good performance. Mephisto was the problem.
Nen also deserves that.
Yeah, Mephisto, one of those scary heroes, especially after 16, putting out so much damage that it is very hard to control him. And there's also not too many ways to counter Mephisto. Of course, Chromie, one of the obvious ones. But yeah,
I maintain that Mei is underplayed, and here's the answer. We're not banning Johanna because we're first picking her. I like the priority on this hero, Johanna. Extremely different from all other tanks and how much control you have over the game, how uninteractive you can be, but how safe you can also be against what the enemy team does.
Big fan of this hero. I like it. We see Hogger instead of Blaze now as priority. And he played so good on Hogger last game. Oh, we see both, okay.
Well,
so
these are the contested heroes. Why not take both of them? Blaze, Gafflow's the one locked in Blaze. I wonder if he's actually going to pick it. And my question is, what is Nano picking that what they want to so early commit to for double blues playstyle here?
Like, Chromie will surely be banned with these picks. So he needs to find another Chromie. Maybe Li Ming?
Tank time for Ultralisk against the melees that we see here. And it's going to be Leok once again picked into the Blaze. Tomb map where it's a lot more difficult to harass them on side. And also the enemy's already picked a Bruce in the 4-man, so there's not going to be some Tracer or Genji 24/7 in your lane.
Is there a
They probably have Hogger on lane.
Is there a way where we have Blaze as a main tank?
Yeah, they could be.
Like, it's good into Hammer. You have a good wave clear. How about your team with that?
I'm going to ask the teams what is happening here for third ban. I presume they're going to agree one in the chat and not just have it be missed. Chrome banned as expected against the Hammer.
Yeah, especially it's also again strong pick for Nano, so very comfortable on his side.
He will be Hanzo, and that's pretty good.
Unwin.
Some poke for both Hammer and Yorick.
Deckard returns.
X-ray
Is Deckard an
telling-
answer into triple melee, I wonder? Because both teams have done
Yeah,
it.
the sleep and the big areas. And
No
you are
cleanse,
not so
so it makes
scared
me so
yourself.
scared.
Genji to own the Hanzo.
Well, I suppose we're fixed for no cleanse problem because all 4 of these other heroes basically have built-in cleanses to the kit.
We could pick
Suppose-
Barian now, I think that would be strong.
Variant could be... Nitrous will have a lot of stuns to follow up on it and get to the extended burst damage. It's going to be Cassia, though. It is Blaze main tank, it looks like. That's a good call out there, Samu.
Haha. That's gonna be quite interesting to see this here. Display's main thing is one of those things you rarely see at this level, I would say. Cassia, I guess, has the
Yeah, a bit
Definitely.
unreliable.
What does Cassia do in this draft?
Cassia is a Valkyrie, I think, is the sole reason we're seeing
Yeah.
this hero.
Yeah, you wait for Hammer to use the unstop and then Valkyrie Hammer in. And other than that, you can auto-attack the Genji to win the trade when Genji is trying to own Hanzo.
And Panko, he can throw down the oil. It's a lot of threat onto... It's going to be Hasu's hammer, actually. Just throw that oil down, so is attack speed, so is movement speed. Maybe he antis or uses unstoppable on that, and then all of a sudden it's a Valkyrie time. Very exciting drafts here by Vinland, to say again, have the CC blow potential, but they're doing it with some unique picks this time.
Yes, we do. So let's hop into this game number 4.
Okay, so Vinland Raiders currently trailing in the series, but they're definitely able to bring it back. It's been good play so far. Gaffo, Cassia, Hardrock, Andren, Nano is Hanzo, Sven is Hogger, and Krankle is the main tank Blaze.
And then on the other side, we have the Geilen banger with Hasu Ups on Hammer, X-Ray is on Deckard, Death Knight on Johanna, Ultralist Genji, and Minador on Yorick. He's main.
Never found out what their final ban was from the Raiders, but in any case, we have very clear-cut style for the red team, and it starts with level 1. Hammer going to get to work on this bottom tower. Who's going to rotate? The answer is not Krankle. He's being blocked there by Death Knight. Ronaldo going to start on the top side here and get the better wave click going. I like this level 1 from them so far.
I like this. So both the off laners are on the top side because
Krankle.
the bottom camp is the first objective.
Charge blocked there by Ultra is going to be the score ceiling, but now they're turning
X-ray
around on the
trouble.
old man Deckard. He still thinks he's in his prime, but just going to be rooted and taken out. And now it's a stun by
Genji.
Krankle. He hits those blinds. Genji down. It's going to be 2 kills. Rise away for the Raiders. Hogger spinning away on the Bruiser camp as well, so very quickly on that one. Nano on bottom camp as well, not even started with Bruisers yet. X-Ray, he's going to do his best, now getting some help from Hasu, so big map advantage to the Raiders to start things off here. It's going to be the auto-attack Cassia, by the way. Charge Strike's taken at level 1.
Yeah, his job is to win the trade against Genji when Genji goes in, so that's the one way you can hit.
And so Sven, he's just playing in the mid lane at the moment, gain that Bruiser camp to hit against the wall. Needs to be careful though, gets the rebound off the wall for a nice spin out. Rest of the team playing bomb side, Minolta taking a lot of damage. I still am very interested in this talent choice. The Q healing will be taken, and here's the route from Andren. Death Knight's going to get out thanks to the Iron Skin shielding, but the push is not done here by the Ventilators. Okay, now it is, they're going to leave. quickly in middle as well. It's going to be half a level lead to the Raiders. Nothing too important. Gems are even, as expected. The teams are catching all of those. And here we go. Oil level 4 from the Blaze, the big area, and the quarter reduction. Just going to make later on Hammer's life living hell. Hunter nearly finding another chastise there, but not quite able to do so. What do you think of Genji on this map? Can be quite nice for the fast rotations around, but not very good at actually killing the minions. We've seen him have to split a few times as Sergeant Hammer quite slow to move around compared to some other wave clear heroes. And we're having a bit of a fight down here in the bottom lane actually. Sven going to hand summon, but Ultra's not happy to allow it.
Genji is
They've left Hunter alone.
Genji is good against this comp because we have main tank Blaze. It's gonna be hard for him to control Genji. And you know, Hogger also not too easy to control Genji. You have to hit him into a wall or use the ult, which is a bit hard to hit. If you had a more reliable tank, it would be easier to control him.
The Hasu just got the gate and the tower for free with Sergeant Hammer. In the meantime, the Vinland Raiders were able to hand in the gems. Beneldor gonna Wraithlock away, so he's alright. We'll see how much push they can get done versus Gaffloy. Maybe overstepping here in the middle. Death Knight going in with Johanna Skull seeing not good. Actually gets pulled through it. Deku gets the kill. Hunter Orc not quite on the angle he needed for that pull. That's going to greatly reduce the push they can get with this objective. Look at how annoying it is for Hasu. I believe, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in chat, but Unstoppable does not get rid of attack speed slows. We saw him there try to cleanse the level 7 of Blades for 50% attack speed slow, but I don't think it works. So he's just going to be playing very slow shooting Hammer at the moment if he sets in that oil.
I don't know the answer to that either, but I think you're right. Oh, Blaze missed. Going in.
Goal seeing not connecting. Stunned there by Sven. I don't know how that one hit against the Loot Horde, but Krankle is the one taking damage. Everyone okay at time being though. The Force taking a lot of damage down here, by the way. It was sieged earlier and now the Web Weaver came in. With the Giant Camp, they're looking to get the first fort at the 5.5 minute mark, which is not a bad outcome for the Raiders. Ben doing what he can to cover off on the cross map as well, preventing the hand in. Now Ultra is trying to get in for some damage. I mean, it's a bit early to tell still. No. Going for some plays here, Death Knight to condemn. Fend from Cassie, but Hasu not really there to follow up on the play. Level 10 going to be hit slightly earlier by the Raiders. My maths is not the greatest, but okay, never mind. James is even. I thought they're missing 10 for some reason. And once again, a play on Gaffer here. They don't have level 10s, but don't need them. Get the pull from Hunter Orc. Now level 10s available. Bestial BFG, and they're going instantly. Pull was just used. Salvation interrupted there from Hunter Orc. Not able to save with that one, but the bunkers down instead. X-Ray going for the sleep. Not connecting though because still have to lose the other way. The play's not done yet. Hazardop's running for the hills. Krankle may take place. Boom with the flame shot. Gets that one. And X-Ray trying to walk it out. Ultra's going back in. Nano could be in trouble. Not getting into the salvation though, as that's going to be brother against brother. Ultra's getting that one for one at the moment, but the health bars look pretty good at the moment for the Raiders.
Actually, very nice to see Salvation this game. Only Johanna can interrupt it, and you know, hammer push.
Beckett Sleep could be another one, as the fighting does not stop. Going against Sven, not really finding a staggering blow there. I think we're seeing another reason why we've casted here, just to make Hammer useless. Attack speed slow, blind,
Yeah.
do everything possible to prevent the backline damage dealer from doing anything.
And he's not even the pull, so the strat is not to try and tease hammer.
Just remove him from the game instead. As now we're going on to Nano. The pull is there from Hunter. He's going to keep the dealer alive. Now Arrow, the chance turns around. Genji gonna be in trouble with Sword Strike out. Nice timing on that one. Indian Tomb now, Gaffler and Krankle. They look to be taken out. It's gonna be Gaffler surviving at least. Handen as well from Geilen. They need to recall. They've taken so much damage in this fight. Not gonna be in time, it looks like, for the push out to Hazarops. How long is left on the healing fountain? There it is. So gonna stay on the map. But Genji recall, Deckard recall. Only a few members are here.
Every fight, it looks like Cassia will get owned, but then there's a bunker. And he just jumps in and out of the bunker and they can't kill him.
Bit of whack-a-mole here, but here we go. Hunter once again in the area. Gafflo not even under that much threat, actually, to be honest. Hazarov's trying to siege up with the hammer on the top side. Now Krankle getting in the middle of all of it, dropping down the oil, going unstoppable thanks to the level 1. Hazarov's needing to get the build out of there with the boosters. Now Entomb, it's a big one from an Elder, but the Savage is there, bouncing off Death Knight's throw to get the interrupt, and taken out is Johanna. Ronaldo grabbing the gems, but this death bolt from the Raiders looks to be a bit of a problem, actually. Now, side lanes need to be dealt with. Sven clearing middle, just going straight down to bottom. But I think this bottom fort is gone. That's so many minions down here. So there's going to be some structure damage from the objective at least.
It's the second time it looks like there's a good entomb, but then they don't get the kill and they get killed instead.
Oh, is
Looks
this
like,
going to work in the later stages? Once we get Silent Sleep, Silence, and Tomb, is Salvation still going to be able to save the day?
Probably not. Because part of the reason here was the Hogger just spinned out. There was only one guy left in the tomb.
As Gafflo is still playing quite far forward here, he's very confident with the Cassia. Sven and Meldo hanging a little bit of a trade down on the bottom side. Both teams ready to hand in again. Hazelup's going to get some. As Kranko left the game, there's going to be a pause here by the Raiders.
He got tired of carrying so hard with the bunkers. Always on point. Making
Very effective so far, I think, for playing the main tank.
yeah.
Yeah, those teamfight bunkers definitely one of the things you see in those higher divisions being used a lot. But we're already ready to go back into this game.
And the Orc is about to take some damage down here from Cassia.
Let's see what happens. Hazelup's hanging gems on top side. Minoldo, though, he can just Wraithfolk to safety. Sven's got a hand in 46. That's nearly a full hand in for the Raiders. Now we'll see what happens on the top side here. Hazelup's has the potions. He's able to stay alive, even if he's not able to fight back. Pushing them out so far are the Germans, able to control so much space with Johanna and Hammers. Now here we go, here's the play from Death Knight, trying to go everyone up and deleted as Hanzo. No salvation for you. Now against the bunkers, Zen trying to do what he can here. Lightning Ball bouncing around. Johanna will be taken out as well. Hunter low but not out. Krankle stun onto the old man Deckard. Will he go down? Spin, spin, spin. Not enough potions for you there, sir. Krankle though will be return kill. It's going to be 2 for 2 at the moment. Salvation just stalling for time at the moment as Hunter, because Gafflo regroups with him. Sven there as well. Has siege up. There's no place to stop him anymore. He's finally able to play the game, but everyone runs away instead. But the Handen is a threat. We're going to go back in. Spin from Sven is huge. Going to go early though. The stacking blow unstoppable is there from Hasu. If he's a little more patient, that could have been a very important kill. As Ultra's trying to hand him bomb side, but Sven beats him to it. Vinland Raiders with the next objective of the game.
Looks like a very nice strat. Just you bait them, put a lightning ball, go in the bunker, and then the enemies are gonna slowly die to the lightning ball while you're just in the bunker taking no damage.
I really want Ultra's grab, but he's fine, and they've given up wave priority on the top side. So I mean, Elder's going to get to work on that one. Krankle and Middle, though, able to scare everyone away from this wave. It looks to be a play on 2 lanes at the moment. At the moment, Sven very far forward on the bomb zone map, but it is Hogger. He can randomly escape if necessary. Here's X-Ray trying to make the play. Cube used, spin. Not the greatest there from Sven, but not necessary because everyone's moving up top lane instead. As Gaffler and friends trying to siege up here. Meneldo with the Wraithfolk used. Not going to drop a bunker though, no one in range. Ultra stuck clearing minions on Genji, which is not really what you want from this hero. As the rest of the team just holding on for what we can on top side. Lightning Bolt going to be used. Now Gafflo in trouble. I don't know if there was a need for a pull there, but I can understand why Hunterhawk doesn't want to risk it. Now Ultra's this time for sure he's going to get the hand in here, right?
Looks like it.
There we go, as now Royal Focus available. It's going to be the upgraded scroll ceiling from X-Ray, trying to get some carry damage in from the Decade. Grouped up in the middle here is everyone on Tomb. Not available, used previously, so Crankle is going to be okay, I think. But they're trying to go on him regardless. The damage is quite good, actually, from Raiders. Got to get the tap from him. Now, bottom Web Weaver quite far away, so only able to play on 2 lanes. It's got to run to the keep anyway. So, Sven clearing out top side at the moment. Has the spin available. There we go, so he's alright. As now, Husserob's trying to siege middle as best he can. Crankle interrupted there on this charge.
Objective cleared, no problem.
Oh, we're going to lose middle here. Because now they are losing control, too much damage done, that's going to be gone. So, again, Geilen Banger getting plays. Crankle not able to get to top though, definitely interrupting it. Unstoppable will be used by the Blaze. Gafflo is already here, but I think there's always now the arrow. Sails wide through, Shocker there to follow up, but there's nothing there for him to follow up on. Now Deathlight are getting it out just fine, I think. Meneldo's already left. Oil slowing him down, the Gaff. Actually, it does damage with Martial Law. And now here's the bottom Web Weaver. I said it'll take a while, but we had a lot of time. Ultras has gotten the wall. Now Rico's coming through to defend the keep, but the damage done here is pretty good, I think, for Geilen Banger, as while the answering bottom, they're just going to finish off top.
Very hard to make a play while you have Web Weavers against you. Even if you kill someone, you're still going to lose half your HP on the keep. Usually better to just AFK and clear.
Now Ultrask once again playing solo, gonna get that bottom camp going. The Handen already there from the rest of the team. Ultrask is 20 as well, so nearly ready for another Web Weaver. They're trying to end this one before 20, it seems, as Crankle finds the stun on deck. This could be quite bad for them. Lightning Bolt though not doing the most damage. Now Zen trying to come in and do what he can, but he's already gone as the Hogger. Bye-bye, Sven. Now Meneldo at 2 on the back line, doing what he can. Story for time, UFG comes through, but sells wide through. That's a goal for Husserobs, as now Crankle could be a target. Salvation there from Hunterhawk. There's lots of damage there onto Meneldo, so he's going to leave. Hunterhawk double chastised, but it's not enough. Crankle in the back line doing what he can, but the fight has gone the way of the Germans. They've gotten free, and Nano, he's going to survive actually. Gafflo trying to scare the rest of them off, but it's very, very good for our red team.
You mentioned the sleep for the salvation, and it completely destroyed. It turns it into a good moment to a terrible moment, where suddenly everyone's sleeping instead of being invulnerable.
I don't remember having Hollywood snooze when I played World of Warcraft. As now they are done playing games here. Husserobs and fans moving on to the core. Shockwave used by Sven. Core abilities maybe going to prevent this. 5 seconds to land with Tentacle Blaze. I really don't think there's an end here, but they're trying to go for Gafflo instead. And Tomb used. Cassia, no escape available because there's no Anduin. So it's a staggered death. Now working on the core here. Siege Giants, they're down the quarter of it. Sven is back, spinning in, but it's not that effective, just taking so much damage. Crankle going in now to try and stop the hammer, but he's alone as the Blaze. There's no follow-up. Still doing a lot here. Now the arrow X-Ray might have overstayed, as mentioned before. X-Ray gone. Iron Skin from Deathlight you already used. Another charge from the Blaze. They've gotten to look at the spin from Holger, trying to cut Husserobs off here. Next spin is a while away though, so I think, yep, there we go. W used. He's going to be alright, but Nano wants more. Jumping over, explosive arrows on the wave. BFG from Husserobs. And down goes the tank and Ultralisk X strike out. Nano, can he finish it? The Q does not connect.
Can only get busted teams for all this.
Gonna be level 20 soon. No one's grabbing the XP middle though, as you say, it is the boss call. They have no gems. They're so far away from another hand, and they probably won't get one before the game is over. boss is into the fort though, so this doesn't look decisive for them either. I don't see the win condition here for the Raiders unless they can get some kills. Oh, it's gonna be hands from Ultrask as well.
And now they have to just defend. But after this, there will be no more spiders. But this camp and spider mid lane is gonna be hard to defend.
And Spider. Now, Hazob's not respawning, only coming up now. Gonna slowly make his way across the map is our little tank. So, he's not there yet. They're just dealing with a boss at the moment. Don't want to step up as for, so mid-wave will be dealt with without too much difficulty actually. But now the collapse is coming in. We need to be careful not to overstay here. Crankle needs to get out of dodge. Meneldo looking for a tomb, but everyone is evac.
Finally, we arrive a bit late. Now the spiders have that. So probably
Spider
won't get much out of this.
As well. Haslop still doing what he can. Top web weaver so far away from being useful. Sven dealing with bottom, so for defense looks pretty good for the time being. But it's difficult for him to play the game now against level 20s. Ultra capacitors, Hammer has attack speed. They're trying to go in though, Crankle, but Death Knight is on guard, unstoppable there. Now Meneldo's Silence and Tomb. If he can get the Anduin for Big Fish, there will be no salvation to
He was just looking for Anduin. It's the only one he can hit right now with 2 pulls.
I like this a lot from Hunter, just holding on to the level 20 town to see if he thinks he can get a full channel of a salvation off, or whether he needs to go for the Chastise upgrade instead.
So he's waiting for all the buttons to be clicked so he can take the salvation ult upgrade.
And now the play on the booster camp. Sven not spinning, perhaps ideally, as now Shockwave, they're trying to go for Gold Johanna, but the Entomb is there. Now Ultra's in the middle of everyone, here's the salvation, it's not the upgraded one though. Sleep onto so many members, Minaldo on the backline, X striking in as Ultra's Counterwalk is taken out. Arrow there, but it might be too late. Cranko in trouble, Sven in trouble, I think they've done it. Geilen Banger, they've gotten 2 kills and they want some more. Meneldo, he's going to trap Sven maybe, but not spinning out is our Hogger. But the core cannot spin out, it's stuck in place, and there are 5 angry Germans coming in on it. Nano, all he can do is run to the base and heal, as this looks to be the end of the series unless a hero play can happen from these members.
Sven in trouble.
It will not happen.
No more
Sven
mobility.
is gone. Gafflo is trying to clear minions. Nano is chunked out. Gafflo, he counts 1v5. Nano, he also can't. The core will be taken down. Geilen Banger win Division 1 in a 3-1 series.
How do they say congratulations in Germany? In German.
I don't speak German.
Unlucky for you. Glückwunsch.
It's Samu's job.
I'm Austrian. Yeah. Well, well done, Geile Banger. Very good job here in this game number 4, securing the win for themselves here. So let's hope we can get them in for a winner's interview as well, as they have taken back the title in the division, in the highest division of Heroes Lounge, into their hands. After last season, they were beaten by the Vinland Raiders in a 3-1. Haha.
The Germans are once again the kings of Europe. Hazarobs, they tried to shut him down so hard with this team comp here, did the Raiders, but still, Hammer, top damage in the game, very comfortably shooting away. You can't stop me forever, and if you try to, the rest of the team will run you down. We saw some cheeky plays there by Hunterok to try and keep the members alive, but not able to do so.
I think what made the difference this game was the Deckard sleep. Every time there was a salvation, it's instant Deckard sleep. He was probably saving the button for just that, and always making sure to be close enough.
Alright, and with that we do have the members from the Geilen Banger joining us here. Welcome and congratulations to claiming back the title of the Division 1 champion. But before we go into the regular interview stuff, you guys know the drill. Patman, welcome. Great to have you back here.
Thank you very much and good evening. And as usual, it's my great pleasure to congratulate the winners, Geilen Banger, for a banger of a game, banger of a match, I would say. Valiant comeback by Vinland Raiders, but not quite enough. It's not the first time that I've seen this team here winning Division 1. It's probably not the second or third. A seasoned Heroes Lounge set of people, usually under a new name every time, but it's an absolute pleasure to see a team so seasoned in Heroes Lounge for so long still be hopefully enjoying it as well. So massive congratulations to you. I know how much effort it takes, and surely you're not bored by winning at this point, I hope.
Actually not, since I just checked and we lost to them the last Div1 Cup. So yeah,
Wow.
we are happy to take back the crown.
All right then. Well, you know what? Sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. But this time, congratulations on winning our coveted Division 1 Heroes Lounge competition. So congratulations to you. Commiserations to Vinland Raiders. And just before I leave, just be sure to have a huge shout out and say thank you to all of the team that make these playoffs possible. It's a massive effort. I really cannot describe how much planning goes into this. So if you see them around, be sure to tell them thank you very much for making streams like this possible and for making tournaments like this possible. So thank you very much for having me. I'll leave you to your winners interview yet again. And maybe I'll see you next season. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Petman. So yeah, going into this series, you lost against them last season. What did you do different this time?
I
You
mean,
didn't
this time
lose.
we
Lol.
had a good, like, I think last time we had some off-rolling, right?
Yeah, I
But
think we
this
had slightly
time,
different
yeah.
roster in the final, so the roles were a lot more shaky, I think, compared to this time.
I guess. Yeah, yeah. Last time we were 3 DPS, I think, in our lineup.
Yeah.
And this time it was kind of like me and Death Knight can flex, and it was a little bit easier to draft then, I guess.
We saw a range of things coming out, but especially in games 1 and 2, we went quite far past level 20. We went into very late stages, and I just want to ask about the macro on, in particular, Towers of Doom. What was going through your guys' heads in the late stages when you're down to 2 health on the core, but you kept on going and making some plays? So, what was the game plan late game Towers of Doom?
Well, actually, I think on towers they had no win condition, if I remember correctly. Like there was nothing up, the boss was gone, so we were just hoping to to win a fight. But eventually the fight started happening, and we were kind of losing it. But the objective was spawning at the same time. So I think the opponents made a mistake there, because they were like, I think I was getting hooked by Kranke on bot lane, and they were killing me. Then Death Knight ran into me while my team sprinted to the altars that were spawning, and they realized it too late. And then I got ancestral, they riptired me, and no one was walking towards the altar. So yeah, after they got the kill on me, they realized they cannot get the interrupt anymore, and they lost. Right? On Towers of Doom.
Yeah,
it was a crazy game,
Minildo.
though. Yeah.
Minildo was top left and Ultrask was top right.
Yeah. And me and Death Knight, well, delaying, I guess.
Yeah, the jump in instead of jump out was very nice for extra delay.
Were you guys ready for the Stitches Junkrat combo from Crankle and Nano on towers, or did it take you by surprise as well?
I mean, actually, like, Stitches is pretty common on the map, I guess. Like, it's one of the better maps, I'd say. So, I mean, we were having it in mind. I was also pre-picking Stitches one time in draft, but like we decided to go like a more normal Rhaegar usually works, and then like the Muradin is strong with it. Leoric into the Blaze off lane, which is kind of a decent matchup. Then the Tracer is obviously like annoying, but
Super annoying.
I mean, actually, wait, there was not Trace, there was a Junkrat. Yeah, I mean, like it's really rough for me as a main tank there because Blaze puts down an oil, Brighting can polymorph me, then there are a lot of Junkrat traps, and he has trap build as well, so there are like 2 chasing traps that can silence me, and then I have to dodge the hook as well. So, you know, if they don't hit the hook, it's kind of hard for them to take the fight, I think. But they were hitting, like Cranky was hitting some hooks, and he had Master Hook on 20 as well, and it was, yeah, I mean, very close. It was very close.
Yeah, he especially caught you 2-3 times when you tried to jump out on that Muradin, which looked kind of funny.
That's why you got 75 armor level 20.
Yeah.
Very good adaptation. Okay, so
Technically,
X-Ray.
you can't use it though, right? Like if he gorges you and spits you into the trap, you actually cannot press the button if they. Right?
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
only
that's
afterwards.
true, but usually I was like getting hooked and not trapped
Okay. All
in
right.
the fights, and yeah, that was an issue.
Yeah. But yeah, it's probably the right choice on 20.
Like I couldn't jump out usually since he was hooking me on the way. Like, yeah.
Speaking of Murder Towns, on game 3 we saw auto attack level 1 next ray. I'd love to know the plan behind this one. We weren't ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking they have a Genji and a Mephisto, and then like Johanna, Brighting, Hogger, like all those heroes, the block is pretty much useless against them. I guess third wind was better because the out-tech talent is just super bad. I mean, it had some extra damage for me. I was trying to stack it a bit, but I
50
guess
damage
just
on Q.
just some extra here would have done way more work. Like, yeah. I'm sad they nerfed the Q quest.
Yeah,
It wasn't a good pick.
But the bonus heal doesn't ding was. What else do you think went wrong in the Infernal game?
I think I played really bad. That was the biggest issue, probably. I think like Genji Brightwing made my life super difficult, but I also didn't play very well. So we fell like super far behind.
I think on the
and like we do have a team fight draft, like with Malthael last pick, right? We kind of want to fight, but we fight into Mephisto, so and Hogger on the shrines. Like it's quite difficult, I think.
What seemed to happen every time is just the Bless Shield into Hoggerstone and Mephisto ult, then people got one shot.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I might have griefed one or two times. I could have saved.
It's probably
some
easier
guys.
for them to execute overall. I think, yeah.
Like, I mean, Nano just deals massive damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Freakz, do you have any questions for the team?
Yeah, I want to know the last game, if X-Ray with the sleep, were you reserving it for the Anduin ult? And like making sure to always man up so you could instantly use it in that case? Because it looked very nice, this counter.
I mean, to be honest, like it is how the fight happens. Like usually I could use it to interrupt Anduin ult because all the buttons were used before, but I cannot really pass the front line. Like I didn't feel like I can start, like if I can start the fight like with a 4-man, 3-man sleep and I hit Anduin anyway, it's fine, right? But like I cannot reach him. So like I think it had to go this way. Like I had to keep it and Anduin had to keep his ult until people used their buttons. And then I was able to walk up eventually after some buttons have been pressed. I was one of the last ones to use the ult. But like, because if I walk up, I will get Blaze or Jana stunned. I mean, Blaze and Hogger stunned, and that is an issue for me. So I have to wait for them to use the spells.
Yeah, makes sense. Looks like it looked like that was what really made the difference in those fights. Okay. And then also I want to know, because I think 3 of you just played 8 tournament games in Benji Cup before the series starts.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it was a lot of HOTS today. I woke up, I ate breakfast, I played some Storm League, and then it was just 3 best of 5s, and we had to fight like every time. I mean, we lost the first best of 3, like me, Uli, and Meneldor against Team Sven, and we are happy to get the revenge here, and hopefully we can beat them next week maybe. But yeah, we were pretty happy to get the revenge, I guess, and Yeah, it was a lot of HOTS. Like my concentration at least dropped a lot. Like this last best of 5.
Understandable, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So we do not want to keep you longer from your well-deserved sleep after winning. Now, here, any more shoutouts you guys want to do before we head offline?
Yeah, sure. We shout out Heroes Launch for hosting again. Like really cool. Yeah, amateur league where you can sign up and play with the team you want. And I think the scheduling system of Heroes Launch is like one of the best. Usually, it's you can usually always find a way to play, and it's so good for people that like I don't know have stuff to do. So yeah, it is pretty nice, and yeah, we are also happy to take the crown back. Happy we made it. Shout out to my teammates. Shout out to the casters that were giving their work. Shout out to everyone who was watching, and to the mods, of course.
Thank you
Shout
very
out
much
to
for
the
having
team.
us. Yeah.
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 I think everyone's very happy to have such good teams show up for this tournament to make sure there's good gameplay. It's very important for the whole way. Like every division, it gets very nice when there's a good top division. Like
Good teams. Yes. Good teams. Like us.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be so harsh on yourself, Death Knight. You smurfed it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron
don't
Flex
like
coming
playing
in, you
HOTS.
know. Aww. It's sad to hear.
I
Getting
saw
whole
instant
hostage.
perfect cleanse from you, Dev thing. It was great.
Yeah. Spot the cleanse on the stitches hook.
I had to flex one time.
And
No,
they caught it.
you're
We-
fine.
We caught it on stream, so thank you guys again for joining, and hope to see you guys back next season. So everyone, keep in mind, sign up, so explanation notes, sign up in the chat, and then season 24, one more week left to sign up, and see you all guys back in season 24. Bye!
Thank you. GG's. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.